please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox@gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, you know. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, hello everyone! Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 507.
Suck it!
And currently we're joined by Animancer, and it looks like Steve might be in the call now too.
Oh, snap.
He said he was in here.
Cool.
Am I not in the call?
No, you are.
No,
definitely.
you are. I can see you.
Here. You can hear me. You can't hear me.
Yeah,
yes,
we got you.
we can hear
We're
you.
gonna load you in
Steven,
here.
some faggot.
Oh, so.
Are you able to hear us?
I can. It was just 3 of you were talking at once.
Oh, I see.
Hearing, yes. Understanding, no.
Wow.
Well, welcome back. I think it's been about a year or more since we had you on. How you been doing?
Yeah, probably. Things are good. I've enjoyed the past year. I'm another year closer to death, so I'm good.
What if you live forever, though? That fucks up your plans.
Ah, shit. Then I'm not any closer.
Yeah. Well,
all right, I got to
maybe.
work on that. I got to make sure I don't live forever. I think the way that I eat, I don't think I'm going to. So I'm good.
I don't know. I eat terribly, and I'm already 35 years old, so.
That's true. Are people taking bets, as to when that'll stop, or?
Yeah, we were going to do a death pool for everybody on the show tonight. People get bonus money if one of us dies during the cast.
You know what? I'd hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
Our stream just died, so I have to take some measures to make that come back. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I noticed that.
Yeah. So it was when I tried to bring up Steve into into XSplit, something happened.
Camera.
I see.
Oh my god.
I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that too, and I completely forgot I did that. So I've literally been sitting here with this piece of tape over my camera.
You know what? It's all right because we weren't live until literally just now, like after you took the piece of tape off. So
that was so dumb.
Yeah.
That was incredibly dumb.
Are we live now?
Yeah, we should be now.
Oh, snap.
We should be.
It's a good episode, though.
Yeah. It's going good so far.
You want to pull my screen up too?
Oh, I'm the episode of Black Mirror. This episode's just fine.
And I'm going to have to share everything again. Make sure I do
This is an episode of Fat Mirror.
Fat Mirror?
Fat Mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, guys. XSplit died on us, so we were just getting everything set up again. So, did you go on tour with Andrew Rivers?
I did. You guys know Andrew?
Yeah, we've had him on a few times. He's actually been here in person with us before.
In the studio.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Andrew is a buddy. He's actually, we're going to hit the road again tomorrow morning. We're doing shows in Glendale, Arizona.
Nice.
Awesome.
I know. Don't get jealous. Are you guys, you guys are up in Seattle, right?
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's a Seattle dude. Andrew's my buddy. He'll be back here in a second. Yeah, I think he just came in. I just heard him.
Oh, is he there?
Someone is in my house.
Are you being kidnapped or home invasion?
And was that him that had the piece of tape over his webcam?
No, it was not. It was not.
Shit. Dude, I hope you find out who it is, man. I wouldn't want someone I didn't even know in my house, dude.
Yeah, let's just assume for my sanity that it's Andrew that just came in. And if it's not, then, well, I guess I'll be first in the Deadpool.
We're going to cross our fingers that it's Andrew and not a mass murderer. I happen to know Andrew doesn't care if there's tape covering his webcam or not because he often just leaves his webcam on with his junk hanging out.
He does?
Yeah, it'll be like he'll DM me like live video feeds of his junk. It's very weird.
You're making
that is we're close friends, and thankfully we do not have that type of friendship.
Yeah, so I don't even think we're friends. Like, it's an enemy thing. He just does it because he knows he's bigger than me. It pisses me off.
Well, that's why he doesn't do it to me.
Like a bigger rival, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's a sweet boy.
No, I actually haven't seen Andrew's penis.
We got kind of thrown off track with the stream dying and everything, but now that we're back, we did have a few really quick announcements that we wanted to make to the fans out there. Really quick. Some people have expressed concern with Patreon, and some people have left due to Patreon banning other users, and requested that we create a Subscribe Star account so that they can continue to support us without having to give money to Patreon. So here it is. It's also linked in the description. We already have 4 subscribers. That's so great.
Whee!
Yeah.
Wait, can you fill me in on that? What's going on with Patreon?
Patreon banned some people. Some people we've had on the show before.
Like Sargon of Akkad,
yeah,
Yiannopoulos.
Like right-leaning people, you know, and some of our fans say we still want to support you, but we disagree with this. So if you go somewhere else, we'll support you there. So we're giving them an option, you know?
Yeah, and the perks are exactly the same. Like, they have Discord integration and everything. It all works the same. So you guys can sign up there, and it's exactly the same experience for your money. So.
Yeah, send us your evil MAGA cash. Wait.
Oh, and people are complaining about the delay. You know what? I always try to set it to the shorter delay, but YouTube by default sets it to 30-second delay. And yes, it is terrible, and I forgot to change it this time. Yes. So that's the thing, guys.
And if you want any other reasons to suffer tonight, I have had Chipotle for lunch.
So they're gonna hate that too. So.
Yeah, we got Steve here.
Maybe it'll go over smoother this time.
I know it will. I guarantee
when someone
it
comes up second time, it goes a lot more smooth.
It's like Empire Strikes Back, you know?
I had a show, you know, I know I'm not for everybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm giving a funny back guarantee tonight. If you don't like Steve, you get your funny back.
How does that work?
I don't know. If you don't laugh, then you don't have to. Fuck off.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah. They'll laugh when we torture Billy later on in the show. That'll be amazing.
Is that this episode?
A friend of mine used to produce a show at a bar by UCLA, and he would always do this thing where he'd be like, you know, come in. It was free. He would just, you know, get people to come in. It was a great show, awesome comics, and he would always be like, "Hey, come on in. If you don't laugh, I'll buy you a drink." And so everybody would come in, and then they would have a good time. It was like the best comics in LA would do that show. And then there's this one guy who came in, and he was just doing everything he could to not laugh. He just thought it was so important to just get that one free drink that, like, and you could see him. You know when like someone really trying not to laugh, like just that fucking face contortion, just kind of thing. And I'm how shitty, like how shitty of a person are you? Just fucking enjoy yourself. If you don't take the drink, if you do, then don't be. You still have to. You have to give me that drink. I swear. I went 2 hours with not enjoying myself. Like that's kind of worth the drink.
Get him a cement mixer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, what a dick. But it was great because then he went through all that and like probably 40 minutes in he left. So we're like,
So guess, Steve, guess what we're doing pretty soon here? We do monthly Patreon private shows, and we're doing one in 2 days. And we're gonna do a competition where we compete in some different video games. And at the end of each round, whoever lost is gonna get shocked by wearing one of those electro dog shock collars.
Holy shit, that's a real competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks because Ben picks games that he's been playing for 20 years and is really good at.
We haven't even selected all the games.
Ben does this all the time in competitions. He's like, "Hey, we should do a drinking game. I'm an alcoholic." I'm like, "I quit drinking."
It's true.
Just picking things that he's skilled at. That's the thing. Like you should always, when you do something like that, the person who picks. It was one of those things. I used to do like a $1 bet on an inconsequential sporting event with a friend of mine.
Yeah, and
it was one of the things where it was like, okay, whoever picked the sporting event, the other person got to pick the team first.
Yeah,
so, yeah, it would be like we would pick like like D3 women's volleyball, and then like $1 on the teams. So like and that's how to make it fair.
You ever do it with like AAA baseball or anything like that?
Oh, AAA baseball would have been way too easy to research. We tried to do this with a sport like that there wasn't anything online about, so you couldn't even see who was really favored. It was a lot of fun. We did it, once a week, and it makes you actually give a shit about a game you would not care about otherwise. No offense to any D3 women's volleyball players that I'm sure are among your fans. I know you have huge contingent among hot 20-year-old women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, dude. You just don't know the fan base well enough, man. They love volleyball competitions.
Go Wildcats.
So Billy, how much of tonight's goal will we have to make for you to zap yourself?
I don't know how much.
I was zapping I zapped myself. I was drinking.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking. Why am I gonna? Why are you sacrificing me to the zapper? I'm already gonna play your games.
It's important that you know how it feels before you do it.
It's not important that I know how it feels. I'm already gonna go head to
like
head
when
with
you join the military.
Your games.
When you join the military, they make you breathe in tear gas, so you're used to it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same idea.
This isn't the military.
It is.
This is a fucking dog collar that I wore one
You're
of those.
You're safer here than in the military.
I wore one of those in high school when I was over at this girl's house to try to impress her. It didn't work then. It's not going to work now.
So you don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Hold on a second. Don't just gloss over that one.
Yeah.
You wore a shock collar to try to impress a girl.
Yeah, because she had a big dog. And she was like, I bet you, she's like, my parents make my dog wear this. It probably hurts him. And I was like, I'll put it on. I'll show you it doesn't hurt the dog too bad. And then I put it on and I was like, all right, here we go. I was like, ruff. And then it shocked me because it was voice activated and it hit my neck and I immediately went, fuck! And then it hit me again. I was like, shit! And then it hit me again. And then I had to like hold my breath and not talk for it to stop shocking me.
The good news about these is you can scream as loud as you want. It's just...
yeah, no, because there's a remote control. And you think I trust you with that remote?
No, I want you to do it.
No, I do.
At the end of the story, he's like, and that's how I met my wife.
Yeah.
Making yourselves do it is almost worse. Like you'll be dreading hitting that button. It's
absolutely. Did it impress the girl at all, or was she just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
No, I don't think. I think I was barking up the wrong tree because her friend liked me, and then when I finally like broke it down to her. She was like, I could never do anything with you because da-da-da likes you. And then my friend liked her, but then I found out that my friend was closet gay, and he only liked her because he knew she liked me, and he didn't want me to go out with her. It was a fucked up love triangle. I was
There's
so
a lot
mad.
of drama at Sweet Valley High.
Oh yeah. I lived Archie comic books, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the dog collar. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, like if Todd McFarlane wrote Archie, probably.
Yeah.
It would go to a dark place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time.
In Spawn.
Yeah, I was like Jughead if the jug was full of moonshine and cigarette butts.
Oh, yeah, basically.
So I think maybe we should move into the news segment. There's some interesting stuff today.
Oh.
Puking dog.
The action news.
And there have been people that did write in Puking Dog as a write-in candidate.
He's gonna be our next president.
We made a joke on here before the 2016 election that people should just write in Puking Dog, and people actually did it. They wrote in Puking Dog, and it made the news. There was like a news story about it somewhere.
Were those mail-in ballots or were those in person?
I think they might have been mail-in.
Because if someone like waited in the line just to do that, like I
That's
don't know.
dedication, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's more impressive or less impressive.
Well, get this. My friend Jeff Holiday, he went and voted for Trump. He doesn't even like Trump. He thought it would be funny. So,
But he voted in a blue state, right?
right, but he still took the time to go vote for Trump.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of like, wouldn't it be hilarious to participate in the democratic process and pick one of the top two candidates? Right, guys? That's actually what 120 million people are doing.
Yeah.
So,
But I did it
know.
ironically, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I voted for the winner ironically.
Yeah, so the fact that he lives in Oregon, he always brings that up to me. He's like, "Yeah, but Hillary would have won in my state anyway." So therefore,
yeah, they got Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin too.
So if you're thinking about going to vote for the other person this election as a joke, just skip that altogether and go do a France, all right?
go
Do
riot?
a France. Yeah, go do a France.
Go do a
Are you
riot.
advocating revolution right now,
I'm
Billy? Like, what the
advocating for
fuck?
people to do a France. If you're gonna go right in fucking Donald Trump as a lol, just do a France.
When you say do a France, like,
Yeah.
do you mean like civil unrest? Do you mean shoot up a journalist's office? Do you mean
No.
not really participate in wars?
I
Like,
don't-
There are a lot of things.
I don't mean any of those particularly. Just do a France. I don't
Just
want to be
all-
held liable.
It almost sounds like that's like a new dance craze. Like do a France.
Do
Yeah.
a France. And then you
France.
France.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I
getting
like that.
fast.
there's a hole in the
Did you see
wall.
the clip of the guy who was basically like, "What are you gonna do? Tear gas me?" And they were like, "Yeah." Just tear gassed him. It's great.
Yeah. Tear gas probably sucks.
It sucks. It helped. Yeah.
If these shock collars don't kill us, should we do a
They're not going to kill you.
Should we do a tear gas?
I zapped myself on
next month?
100. It made my skin kind of numb, and it was shocking, but I was fine. It kind of made me laugh after it happened. Like fuck,
Because you
know?
survived.
Yeah.
Tear gas will, even if you're near the person who gets gassed, or like even mace, like even if you're near
Oh,
the
yeah.
person. Like there was a clip I saw the other day. It was on Reddit where like basically some guy shoved a woman on a train and she just immediately just maced him, and like it was kind of funny to see this guy who was like all this big like puffed up dude just kind of cower from that. But then also I'm like, what about all the other people in the car, man?
Yeah. Yeah. I was at a bar one time and two guys got into a fight, and one of the other guy pulled out mace and maced the other guy, and everyone's eyes were burning.
Yeah, it carries.
So
Got a good radius. Good
Yeah.
airborne radius.
I've never heard of a dude carrying around mace before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh my god, what a bitch!" But you know, whatever.
They're probably like, "Oh my god, what a bitch!" as they were crying their eyes out from the maze.
It's like the moped rule, right? Like you have a moped, you don't tell anybody you ride it, but you do because it's a bitch bike.
Yeah.
So I guess like no one knows unless they see you parking it.
Yeah.
So like no one knows you carry mace until you mace someone, and then everybody at the bar is like, "What the hell? What?"
Yeah.
Bitch got mace? What, are you riding here on a moped?
So, did you guys hear about this? Trump says he won't be impeached because there will be a revolt if he's impeached. So there you go.
He's calling people to do a France.
Yeah.
So he is literally saying like, "If I get impeached, everyone please revolt."
According to this, the title of this video, let's
Day
see.
691 of the Trump administration, and tonight the president is speaking out about the growing legal troubles now threatening his White House. Trump spoke to Reuters news agency late today in an interview right there in the Oval Office. He said he's not concerned about being impeached, and he explained why. Quote, "It's hard to impeach somebody who hasn't done anything wrong and who's created the greatest economy in the history of our country. I think that the people would revolt if that happened."
Oh my God! Hasn't Trump said in the past that the economy is going to get worse in the future and it's going to be long after he's president? So doesn't that imply that he's fucking shit up now? Like, come on, he's setting shit for the country of this.
But you can read, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is for people who can't read.
Trump also.
I love that. I also love the idea that like the economy being shitty in the first like year and a half Obama was president, like the idea of like inheriting an economy, like people don't understand that like you inherit the economy from the president before.
Yeah.
You don't walk in, like even if you buy a business, like let's just say you buy a hardware store, like the first day you run the hardware store, it doesn't suddenly turn a profit, even if you're really fucking good at running a hardware store.
Yeah, and the economy did under Obama too, so he really turned things around. If you really look at things,
well, I mean, the big market crash happened before Obama even before the election even happened.
Yeah, 2008.
That was right before, though, right?
The housing crisis in 2008.
Yeah.
And
he took office in 2008, right?
Right.
Like January.
He took 2009, January 20th, 2009.
January 2009.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And so he got in and the country was shit. It was basically like, let's say you have a nice girlfriend and then somebody just destroys her in every single way in like a bukkake. And then you're like, I don't know if I can love you anymore. Like, it's beyond you just cheating on me with like 50 dudes. It's you stink. I'm going to leave you. And then somebody comes in and says, that's a human fucking being. Treat her with some respect. And you fix her up and you make her nice. That's what Obama did to America. And then Trump came back in and was like, hold my beer. I'm going to fucking ruin this woman. Damn it, Trump.
I think that is the most accessible way I've ever heard that explained. I'm surprised. Frankly, I'm surprised that's not the lead story on MSNBC. the Bukkake story.
Yeah.
It's funny, man, because when I came to office, we thought that there would never be like a worse president than George W. Bush. He had like so many people against him, like so much like bad PR, like, and then we have Trump. It's crazy.
But then you look at what Bush did with all the wars and stuff, and you have to weigh in what's worse. I don't feel like Trump has done.
Well, he had way more time.
9/11.
To do what? What do you mean 9/11?
I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
Okay.
Yeah, 9/11.
All right.
No, but I feel like Trump is doing different things terribly, and you can give Trump credit for like the stock market's rising and everything because he's lifted all these limits businesses have had under the Obama administration. The environmental protection lifts.
The stock market's been falling for days.
Yeah, for days. But like the big
like
climb,
hundreds.
The big climb was his because he took all these limits off of fucking people and they were out here running rampant. And now it's falling because it was always.
I think it's
going
already
to be a
fell
bubble.
below where it was before
when he came in.
I think so.
Damn.
I'll have to double check that, but I read something before that said that, but I could be incorrect.
Damn it, Papa
Spoke
Trump.
about the revelations about Russians and their efforts to work with people in his inner circle. quoting Reuters again, asked about prosecutors' assertions that a number of people who had worked with him, for him, or had business dealings with Russians before and during his 2016 presidential campaign, Trump said, "The stuff you're talking about is peanut stuff." He then brought up
peanut stuff.
Oh my God.
Which I kind of agree with Trump on this one. If like you suffer from peanut allergies, because it's very serious. It's very serious business if you have peanut allergies. So yeah, peanut stuff. If you have peanut allergies, you fucking.
But he's saying it's not serious.
Well, that's what he's saying. But
cut off the quote. They cut off the quote.
Yeah.
The next part of the quote is, "If sniffing a peanut can kill you."
Yeah. I was on an airplane flight and I pre-boarded because of my morbid obesity, right? But they had another girl pre-board because she had peanut allergies.
On your ticket?
Yeah,
Please tell me it says
yeah.
that on your ticket.
It said 2 seats, fatting around, put them in, and then I got in, and there was another girl. She looked perfectly fine. She had a peanut allergy, and she got to pre-board too. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I guess, in case she's walking by and someone comes in with peanut breath. But then they didn't give anybody peanuts on the entire flight because of her.
A lot of airlines have outright banned peanuts just to get rid of that risk completely.
But also on that topic, have you ever seen when they're just like, okay, boarding first class, and 30 people get up, and you're like, there's 6 first class seats on this plane?
Yeah.
Like, how is this a thing?
That's
like, I think that's part of the problem that we have in this world right now, is that like half the plane will get up when they're like, oh, it's first class and meat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's
always
always
that's like the peanut girl. Yeah. She didn't need to board early. Well, she wants this extra time on the plane with the peanuts.
Yeah. If she has a peanut allergy and she could die from sniffing a peanut, then I guess I feel bad for her. I don't know, but if she just lied about it to get pre-board, I'm kind of proud of her.
How much documentation do they make you show?
I have no idea. I didn't need documentation because I had everything on me.
They'll be like, "Oh, dude, he's faking it. He's totally faking it.
He's faking fatting around. He must have an inflatable suit on." No, they let me go. I didn't have to prove anything like a doctor's note or anything. I actually didn't ask for it. They were like, "Hey, man, you're super fat, so we're gonna have you pre-board."
What weight do you need to be below?
I don't know if it's a weight. I think it's
before
a width.
They take it away.
I think it's a width. I think they look at you and they're like, "You're gonna be spilling over to the person next to you."
That you can put your luggage in to see if your luggage is too big.
Yeah,
they should have one for people.
They should just have a fat cage,
like a cage.
Yeah,
I think it depends. Also, is it a DC-10? Is it a 727? Like, what do you? I think it's a ratio of person to plane.
It's Operation Dumbo Drop. They just put me. They put me in the fucking undercarriage with the animals and the luggage, and then drop me out.
Oh my god!
But
yeah, but it's good. You get to deplane first. So
yeah.
I mean, you do it with a parachute, but still.
Geronimo.
Yeah, you get there. What do they do to test the peanut allergy? You have to not eat a peanut.
They're like, "Would you like peanuts?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." And then they're like, "Gotcha."
Oh, damn it! My love for peanuts. This is the one lie I should have told.
I have a not eating peanuts allergy.
Yeah, I'm allergic to not having peanuts.
They feed you peanuts the entire flight.
It's just one of the fucking air waitresses. What do they call the stewardess or whatever?
Well, now they're called flight attendants.
Yeah, flight attendant. That's the word. That's the word that doesn't offend anybody. And then she starts just popping peanuts in your mouth the whole time. Like, help me, I need one more.
Yeah, it's like insulin, but just peanuts.
Actually, I wonder if I could get like a flight attendant to just feed me grapes the entire time and fan me with a feather.
Be a little heavier for that.
True.
Or you just need to be like a diamond member.
Oh yeah.
Let me get that diamond.
That status.
I used to be so fat that like I would only fly first class, but that got really expensive.
Yeah,
So then I started buying 2 seats. And then MTV flew me down to LA for a show, and they didn't get me 2 seats. I was like, "Look, I need 2 seats. I'm super fat." And I had to go and coach on a full airplane.
Oh.
And I was sitting next to this guy, and halfway through the flight, he just disappeared and never came back. I don't know what happened to him.
He got lost inside of you.
He might have. I really... That's more logical.
Man, he was behind you the whole time.
Yeah.
Are you there, sir? No, he'd be dead by now, huh?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's in my sarcophagus.
Are there any resources in there?
There probably is, actually. I don't chew my food very well. He's probably got a lifetime supply of M&Ms down there. At least peanuts and corn.
Do
I
you
feel
like when
someone
you
in the
have to
audience is gonna get really turned on by that fact, and it really disturbs me.
Well, yeah, the feeders. But what were
Yeah.
you saying, Steve?
when you get on a plane, like, do you enjoy looking at the eyes of people? You know what I mean? Like the people who are being like, please no, please no, please no.
So I usually pre-board because of how morbidly obese I am, and I get to watch every person walk by me and then check their ticket, crossing their fingers that it's not the one next to me. They're like, "Oh fuck," and they look, and then they walk by me and they're like, "Oh god, thank you."
Oh, every time I see a short person in first class, I'm just like, what the fuck you need this for? Every seat is first class for you.
And he's like, "Open bar, baby."
That's not true.
First class is all you can drink.
The idea of, well, and I'm not talking about first class like the bed seats on like a long haul flight. I mean the first class planes where it's like, okay, it's a little bit more leg room. And like that's pretty much what first class is.
Well, they also give you dessert and a moist towelette, right?
Unlimited drinks. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you're an alcoholic American like I am.
Yeah, but I'm 6'4", and so like when I see someone who's like 5'2" in first class, I'm just like, give me that leg room. I want that leg room.
Yeah.
Take my seat.
Yeah, they always would sit me next to like whatever the Britney Spears was of the flight, like the tiny little teen bob girl.
Yeah.
And like I'd be on the window seat.
You know,
'cause I booked that. And
I
then
just
she'd be
thought of
like,
something. Like, if you literally kept food inside of you, that would bring a whole new meaning to Billy the Fridge.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to keep snacks under my man titties.
You know, I was trying
Keeps them warm.
Oh my!
I was trying to remember the other day, who was who's the football player that followed you?
Oh, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah, he unfollowed me, and then he followed me again, and then he unfollowed me again. I don't know what I'm doing to Jerry Rice.
He keeps.
Wait, he actually did that to me too. I think he does a follow for follow type of thing.
Okay.
I think if you're verified or have a lot of followers or whatever,
Okay.
like some accounts that'll just follow anyone to try to get you to follow them back.
Yeah, it was weird because he was like following some friends of mine that are like musicians as well, and I'm like, what is going on here? One of the guys I thought wasn't even verified, so it was just weird to me.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like following a hashtag thing or something like that.
Possibly, I'm not a part of that.
You were all like, maybe he thinks I'm William the Refrigerator Perry.
I thought he thought I was Fridge Perry, and I was like, I hit him up. I was like, hey man, you know I'm white, right? And then I guess that's racist.
You did not say that. All right.
He'd never say that.
Yeah, I didn't think
It's
so.
too much SJW.
He's like, I'm gonna unfollow you like white on rice.
Oh.
We need a fucking drum roll.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah,
I can't believe you went on that big of a tangent, Billy, about Trump saying the word peanut.
it's peanut stuff, man. You can't stop.
Yeah, peanut stuff.
Did you guys see Trump arguing with Pelosi and Schumer? It's great.
Yeah, I did. It's crazy.
They wouldn't look him in the eye either.
So I'm a progressive. I vote Democrat most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like Pelosi or Schumer.
Yeah.
But but as a comic, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I am
back
proud
that
to
case.
shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems and drugs pouring into our country. So
Yeah, we
I
want
will
them in the
take
White
mantle.
House.
You know, when we last closed down, that was his idea. And honestly, he got killed. And so he doesn't want to own it. And I said, you know what? Rather than us debating who's owning it, I'll take it. I'll take it. If we close down the country, I will take it because we're closing it down for border security.
Was he at the Vatican or something? What's going on here?
I feel like that's Rev Run behind him from Run DMC.
Actually, it's Al Sharpton.
Oh, man.
And I think I win that
Trump supporter.
every single time.
You can do border security without a wall, which is wasteful and doesn't solve the problem.
It totally solves the problem.
You know, I noticed something from this, too, which I personally have never heard Trump admit before. He admitted that it's not going to be a total wall covering the entire border.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that it's not going to be a wall everywhere, just in good places.
So it's a shield.
Then what's even the point? People will just walk the fuck past it eventually.
The point is like it's basically a lucky rabbit's foot, right? It's a symbolic. It's nothing else than a symbol.
To say that he said it, that he did it, you know, and nothing else. There's no point to it.
Seen
a
a
waste of money.
Like there are places where like you'll see like a fence and it'll extend for a while and then it'll just stop for a little and you're like, oh, and you just walk around the fence.
What's even the point?
That's what he's doing. Like, but I also love the idea of like it's like he's so afraid of this migrant caravan that will walk through entire countries, and he's like, yeah, but it's not going to walk around a wall, right?
Yeah,
it's just gonna...
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, what's going to deter them if they've walked all the way just to walk a little bit more? Like,
I mean,
it's fucking stupid.
Though, have you ever been to West Texas? It's kind of shitty. So.
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
they don't care. They'll go through that. They want to get to America, man.
I think that I'm going to run in 2020 and I'm going to fuck this wall shit. I'm going to build a water slide all the way to Canada.
I mean, there's already video of them like crawling under fences and everything anyway. So I don't really think a wall would be that effective.
And most
Ben Gleb's joke about it's just going to be like Angry Birds.
They'd be catapulting over.
Yeah.
They'll build a giant slingshot.
Yep.
There's like already an Elon Musk down in Mexico that's devising these plans. He's changing the world, man. Most people come in, they just fly in on a commercial flight and then extend their visa anyways, right? Like that's the most the way most people enter. So it's like, oh, this wall is going to stop people from just doing what they're fucking doing.
Miguel Dalmau is a comic, and he has a bit about that, about like when his family came over, he was a kid. And like he came over illegally at first, and then eventually got his legal citizenship. But everybody's like, "Oh, how'd you get here?" And he's like, "American Airlines." What do you mean, how did I get here? I just flew here. That's how.
There's also a lot of migrant workers that come through, like to the Midwest where they need help on farms and stuff like that, and they just stay. They overstand like a temporary worker's permit.
What if we just get like a whole bunch of like reality TV show contestants to hang out at the border, and for every person they catch on the way in, they're like, go home, and they get like, I don't know, bonus points, and we watch it live streamed on I don't know, youtube.com or something. That'd be a fun game, right?
I mean,
I think every single word that you said of that, Billy, got worse and worse and worse.
No, because they're just like interceptors. They're like, you gotta go home now, right?
I actually think what we should do is we should line the border with reality show contestants, and every time a migrant worker comes in, we trade for reality contestants. Like they have to leave.
Yeah,
and then
I can get
a hardworking person who can contribute to society instead of a fucking Real Housewife.
Bye, Snooki. Bye, Snooki. Right? No.
Snooki goes first, but she only counts as half of one of them. So
does that mean we get rid of Hulk Hogan too?
Oh man, Hogan knows best. Nick Hogan's down there mining the tequila fields. Yeah, running from the cartels. Oh man, let's just give people body cams and send them down there, and then we'll do trades. We'll be like, okay.
I think actually that's a way to fix our education system. It'll be like Premier League soccer. You take the bottom 5% of every class, and you send them out. And you promote to the Premier League. You promote from people who are trying to come in.
Yeah.
And you take the Americans who aren't earning their keep, and they gotta go. That's how we fix it.
I actually just had like a chilling revelation that like if Donald Trump heard us talking about this, he might actually start doing something, and we turn into we get the Hunger Games. If he gets reelected, we might have the Hunger Games.
You were kind of on a reality show.
Yeah.
Battle Cam. Yeah. Battle Cam House, right?
It was weird, man. It was weird.
What is that?
Okay, so there's this billionaire that bought a TV station in Los Angeles market back in the early 2010s, like 2012, 2013. And he wanted to have a reality show on his TV station, and he flew a bunch of people in and put us in what we thought was going to be a house, but it was like a makeshift prison cell in the middle of Beverly Hills, just right off Cannon Drive, like parallel to Rodeo. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger gets his hair cut right next door to where we were at. It was just the stupidest place for him to put a bunch of weirdos and meth heads inside of what he made to look like a prison cell, which was like a big expensive TV studio.
He had people putting their faces in each other's asses and all kinds of weird shit.
And it was all live on TV, and he'd just get fined like thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars for doing this. It was broadcast throughout the
And
Southwestern.
Andy Dick was there too.
Andy Dick was in the building. It was so bad. It got shut down after 24 hours.
He wasn't booked to do the show. He was just hanging out there.
Yeah. I'm just coming here to pick up some drugs.
Why's your buddy Joe ducking me?
he was horny. But yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, so you qualify. Put your ass on the border.
Put me on the border. I don't care. I'll walk back.
I'm actually thinking through this Premier League idea. I think it's a fine idea. You want a country to get better? You don't just have to get in, because he's always talking about how, like, we want the best and brightest immigrants. Like, we want people from Norway. And by the way, I performed in Norway, and no one there is like, oh, we need to go to America, because Norway's fucking awesome. So
exactly, right.
So, and that's why no one's coming from there. But you don't just need to get, like, a better class of immigrant coming in. You also need to replace them. You need to thin our herd a little bit. I think you combine the two, and we have ourselves a solution.
Yeah, maybe like in exchange, because nobody wants to give up their birthright of being American, right? It's very, very expensive. So if you trade with somebody, you make like 10% of their earnings, right?
Oh, so you're doing it as like a voluntary thing?
Maybe, yeah. Get rid of all the do-nothings, the non-employables, and they just go down to Mexico and they sit in a little bathtub, and then everybody else comes up here.
Right, I'm gonna play some more of
like
this.
A little hot tub.
Yeah, come
Also
on.
know that, Nancy's in a situation where it's not easy for her to talk right now, and I understand that, and I fully
Yeah,
understand.
he keeps doing this. Nancy can't talk right now. He keeps saying
We're going to
that.
have a good discussion, and we're going to see what happens. But we have to have border security. Protection with more money.
Let's debate in private. Okay? Yeah.
They keep saying this, but then they keep going at it. It's hilarious.
Let's debate.
It's not easy for her to talk right now because I'm not letting her get a word in edgewise. Like, that's why.
In
That
private.
is devoid, frankly, of fact, and we can.
We need border security.
Is
I think we
Pence
all agree
just
that we
sitting
need
there
border
holding in a
security.
fart?
Right? Good.
See, and Trump keeps saying,
Pence died.
R.I.P.
Trump keeps saying they don't want border security, and they're like, no, we want border security. We just think the wall is wasteful and ineffective. And he's like, they don't want border security.
Yeah, that's Trump though.
Trump is talking as if they're not there, which is amazing.
And they're not looking him in the eye either, because
And look at Emperor Palpatine sitting back there looking at everything, not saying a word.
Do you see? Well, I mean, Pence is really concerned because he's in a room with a woman. So
I hope
Yes,
my
no.
wife doesn't see me this close to Pelosi. She'll divorce me.
We do.
See? We get along. You know what? We need border security. That's what we're going to be talking about, border security. If we don't have border security, we'll shut down the government. This country...
This is like Thanksgiving dinner when your uncle's just being like super racist, and everybody's just looking at each other's eyes like, when's he gonna shut the fuck up? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
So when's Pence's nurse coming back?
Shut the hell up, Grandpa.
Pence's what?
Nurse.
Oh.
Yeah, he needs his bedpan changed.
Character at Thanksgiving dinner, because he is not. It's so bizarre to like see someone who is alleged. I mean, look, vice president. I know the joke has always been like, oh, the vice president doesn't do anything, and of course, Cheney changed that a little bit. But
Yeah, that's true.
But the idea of like he's just sitting there, expressionless, motionless, just catatonic in that chair. Is he? I actually think that editorial in the Times. Remember that editorial that was like, there's a mole in the in the White House.
Yeah.
I am so sure that was Pence.
Well, there's a good chance, because who would benefit the most if Trump got booted out of office?
That's true.
If you can distance yourself from him.
Well, which
So
is
if
easy.
You have the balls to actually distance yourself, but you can lay the groundwork for, like, if Trump goes down, be like, look, see, I told you. I used the word lodestone like no other human being in the world. So, really me.
Someone in the chat made a good point. They said, I thought Mexico was going to pay for the wall, but now, he's saying, hey, we got to pass a wall in the budget, right?
He promised that Mexico would pay for it.
I thought Lego was going to sponsor the wall. What happened to that?
Lego
Oh my
wall.
God.
Didn't he say it was going to be a solar wall at one point, too?
He said that might be one way they pay for it.
That.
It's a solar wall.
But it might have solar paneling. It'll pay for itself.
Yeah.
I think if you get all the little MAGA children, the little red state kids whose parents voted Trump in to donate their Legos, if they'll donate their Legos, that might be a smart way to make the wall happen.
I actually think the solar, considering the climate of where it is, I think the solar wall would probably work. And on top of it, you put a wind farm.
It's the most green thing in the entire country. Self-sustained.
Yeah. I'm sure it wouldn't be vandalized or anything. Nope, it would have no issues at all.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I think actually the wind farm part would also protect people from climbing over the wall because those things would chop their fucking head off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A majority of votes for a wall, no matter where you stand.
And the House would give me the vote if I wanted it, but I can't because
Well,
I
you
need,
can't-
Nancy, I need 10
pay
votes
close
from
attention to their hands as they're talking.
Let me just say one thing. The fact is, you do not have the votes in the House.
Nancy,
I like how he,
Pelosi did the thing that would drive Trump crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Which is this. That's gonna bother
Oh,
Trump.
yeah.
is that a penis-size insult?
And
she was like, "No, we're not gonna do it. Look at my fingers right
That
now."
really triggered Trump, dude, because he's seen that a few times in his life before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just air jerking him off like this.
Look, Nancy, I told you we need security. Okay, we need a wall.
Yeah.
He just starts miming the wall.
Yeah,
Put
he's
bunch
like
of
a
mimes
mime.
down at the border.
Yeah,
And
and
we
just
need border
mime the
security.
wall.
Find out.
Nancy, we need border security. It's very simple.
Of course we do.
We need border security. People are pouring into our country, including terrorists. We have terrorists. We caught
Including
10
terrorists.
over the last very short period of time. 10. These are very serious
no
people.
actual schedule. There were 10 over the last very short period of time. You know,
How many actual terrorist attacks come from Mexico or are done by Mexicans? Like honestly, in this country, like can you name any that have happened this year? I can't even think of any at all, or within the past few years, or at all.
Well, because if they're catching them before the terrorist attacks happen, then they're preventative, right? So
But
we
he's
won't really
saying
know
that's
about
not happening. He's saying that they're getting into this country where there's no evidence of that being the case.
it. Well, 10 could have got in.
Do you count like having to watch a Migos concert? Or
I did that one time.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm a terrorist.
Point taken. Point taken.
I'm a terrorist.
I also love the idea that like, and look, this is a point that's been made a million times, but the vast majority of, I mean, like the overwhelming majority of terrorist attacks that have been carried out on American soil have been done by white men, and so. Like, if his point is we need to stop all people who could be terrorists, like, you might have to address that also.
But we can't stop white men.
You know,
they're in charge.
The truth is that terrorists are sneaking into America disguised as mariachi bands. And they go.
That's the toughest part. Every time I've ever been on a subway train and a mariachi band has come on, I'm just like, oh God, is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one? And then no, it just turns out they're a mariachi band, which also, by the way, as bad. But
Which is a form of terrorism, by the way.
yeah, exactly. It's a ear terror.
You guys don't respect the dance.
Yeah,
in
I
a
love, by
pub.
the way, that someone in the chat is now defending Migos. Like, I was serious that they were terrorists.
Yeah.
Our
Even though
border
Offset did
agents,
Cardi B
all
wrong.
of our law enforcement has been incredible what they've done. But
You constantly misstate how much the wall is built, how much of the wall is built, and how much is there. But that's not the point here. We have a disagreement about the wall,
Washington
whether
Post.
it's effective or whatever. Not on border security, but on the wall. We do not want to shut down the government. You have called 20 times to shut down the government. You say, I want to shut down the government. We don't. We want to come to an agreement. If we can't come to an agreement, we have solutions that will pass the House and Senate right now and will not shut down the government. And that's what we're urging you to do. Not threaten to shut down the government
You don't
because
wanna
let me
shut
just
down the
finish.
government,
Because you can't get
the
your
last
way.
time you shut it down, you
Yeah,
got
let
killed.
me say something.
So now he's doing you shut it down.
Yeah, but wasn't that Ted Cruz? Like, Ted Cruz was that first big shutdown that cost us so much money and hurt our economy so much. And then he ran for president based on how successful that allegedly was.
It was not.
Yeah.
It was not.
That's been everyone else's answer. Like, when he brought that up, just be like, it was not.
Yeah.
Mr. President. You just say my way or we'll shut down the government. We have the one thing I think we can agree on is we shouldn't shut down the government over a dispute. And you want to shut it down. You keep talking about it.
Really, you should.
I think Pence knows some shit. I think Pence is the mole. The way he's sitting back here just watching them fight, he's like, I got 2 more months of this shit, and I'm in his seat. This is some House of Cards right now.
The next thing that Trump says, I believe it's one of the next things at least, is it'll blow your mind. It's crazy that
Trump's always blowing my mind.
I like how he's sitting literally on the edge of the seat too. You notice that?
Because he's thick. Trump's a thick boy. He got a big rump. He can't. He can only sit on the edge.
No, he's sitting on the edge of the chair. His ass is not touching the back of that seat.
It basically is though. He got a duck butt.
No, what?
He's got a bit of a duck butt.
What?
Yeah, he's got the tail's back there.
He might want to go to a proctologist then, if that's the case.
Oh, he would if he wasn't of perfect health. You've seen his papers.
Yeah, dude. The peak of physical perfection is Trump.
Eating this Kentucky Fried Chicken with a fork and knife.
Yeah. You said something about my video in the chat. Thanks, buddy. Because someone else is telling me to eat a dick hole, so I'm gonna say,
that'll counterbalance.
Let's say hi to the nice guy instead.
Nice.
Yeah, we're rewarding all the sweet.
Who
boys.
was it? I didn't quite hear you when you said it.
Lord Magicus, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you read it right? I don't know. I appreciate the kind words. But let's get back to Trump's duck butt. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
And then you open
20
it up very
times.
quickly. And
20 times.
I don't want to do what you did.
20 times you have called for, I will shut down the government if I don't get my wool. None of us have said.
You want to know something?
You've said
it. Okay, you want to put that on my...
You've said it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
You know what I'll say? Yes. If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call...
Through the military?
I will shut down the government.
Okay.
So he's saying, don't get what I want, government will shut down. Should that be happening? Should the funding for the government be held hostage?
Is he just going to threaten this every time the Democrats have an opposition to what he's going to do during his presidency? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, also, by the way, I would like to point out that Mike Pence doesn't understand that when you sit down, you're supposed to open your jacket.
He doesn't plan on being there very long.
That is quite a fashion faux pas right there.
Yeah, how dare you, Mike? And especially at this time of year. No, that's a universal thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I am proud, and I'll tell you what,
disagree.
I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems
Someone should
and
really take a
drugs
picture
pouring
of
into our
Mike Pence
country.
in that chair.
They'd rather have the government shut down than let people in with... I mean, hold on.
The majority of people who even want border security don't want the wall.
Wouldn't shutting down the government long enough affect border security?
I could imagine.
I imagine.
No, I mean, it's not like the government is responsible for. Oh shit!
Wait a minute.
I know TSA. If TSA doesn't get paid, they're not going to be very happy.
No.
Yes.
Well, in fairness, TSA is never going to be very happy. Those guys are assholes. But
they're already not very happy. Imagine if they're not getting paid to be there.
One of our buddies that supports the show is a TSA agent. It's hilarious. Like
I had a friend. I have a friend who works TSA, and I was talking to her, and I was like, I have like a 15-minute bit about how much you guys suck. And she was like, a lot of it's overstated, and I go, well, why don't you watch the bit? So like I sat with her while she watched the bit, and then I shut it off, and she goes, yeah, you're right. Like it was great.
Yeah, it's a terrible experience every time. I try to make it as quick as possible.
Yeah, my theory, and the worst part about TSA, it's the one thing in America where you cannot complain to a supervisor about. Because like I've had situations where I've been stolen from at TSA.
Yeah.
I have had I've had someone tell me that I can't opt out, which is completely against the law. I've had them lie to me about their procedures, and like each time I've tried, and I don't even complain anymore because each time I've tried to be like, I'm going to talk to the shift supervisor. The answer is always, it's a really hard job. All right, they deal with a lot. Okay. And like that's not like, oh, that one employee is breaking the law, so maybe that's not a good thing. There's never an apology. It's always like, fuck off, peasant.
Well, I mean
the peasants.
I mean, most of the time, the same thing happens with police. Like, if you complain about police, it's like, oh, man, you just don't understand. Their job is so hard, man.
Oh, dude, I came home once, and there were 3 cops with this giant fucking gun pointed at my balcony.
What?
And, like, and they were pointing, and then they were laughing, and they, like, put it away, and I walked up, and then I was like, hey, I live there. What the hell's going on? And immediately they were like, we got a call about something, and it turned out nothing happened. It was just a movie set. Someone saw somebody with a gun, and they were afraid. And I was like, okay, here? No one's filming here. And they're like, oh, it's down the block. And I was like, okay, why are you pointing a gun at my place? And the guy was like, oh, well, because we have to, you have to, basically saying they had to unset it up. And so I was like, that doesn't sound real. And it was so clear that they were lying to me instead of just being like, hey, sorry about that. I mean, my fucking dog was there. Like, what if the gun went off, So I called a buddy of mine is a state trooper, and I called him up, and I was like, is this weird? Is this am I overreacting? And he goes, no, that's completely against procedure. You do not point a gun at something you do not intend to shoot. Like, that is the first thing that we're taught. And so, I called the local precinct asking them, is this a thing? And immediately they were just like, they're doing their job. And, hung up on it.
They're doing their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing their job. I was like, they were fucking having a giggle fit about their brand new weapon. Fuck off.
Could you imagine if it was like that, at a restaurant, like an employee pissed in your food or something, and you try to complain about it, and they just be like, oh, yeah, they're just doing their job.
They're like, they're just doing their job, eat the pissy food. Yeah. By the way, the guy I, lightly teased about not getting the Migos joke now hates me so much in this chat. Everything I say now. They're like, how dare you! So, all right.
Oh, yeah, you'll get a lot of that.
Joke
it's just how the chat is, man.
It's because you're not bad and bougie, Steve.
I gotta get worse and bougier.
You gotta be badder and bougier. The bougiest.
Isn't it worse, not badder?
I don't know. I don't know words.
More badder?
Wow, everybody get on Steve for trying to correct me. Fuck Steve, grammar Nazi. Fuck him.
God, crucify Steve.
I'm gonna speak to your supervisor. No, that is shit, though. Whatever job you do, no matter what job you do, if you fuck up to the point, and I don't mean something there are people who look for anything to complain about. My mother would always, growing up, would always complain at an employee about store policy. And I'm just like, this is a minimum wage clerk. This person does not set the policy of Sears Roebuck.
Right.
What are you doing? And that was always embarrassing to me. But if an employee actually does something that's fucked up, you should be able to say something.
Right.
No matter what their job is, whether it is TSA or cop or server, whatever it is. If they do something to really fuck up your day, you're allowed to say something.
You would think. But complaining to the cops usually doesn't get you any sort of free meal.
What? Yeah, exactly. Be like, I demand the next time these cops come to my place, they do not fire a gun or point a gun. Yeah.
I want to get out of jail free card.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great. Be like, all right, next time these guys give me a ticket, I'm gonna be able to beat up one guy, just one guy. Also, I would need to physically be able to beat up one guy, which is a different story. But
aren't you 6'4"?
What?
Aren't you 6'4"?
Yeah, but I'm trying to be self-deprecating. It's endearing.
Okay, you could kick some ass though, IRL.
It depends on how big the person is. I'm not a small person.
Yeah, you're not small, and also redheads have a higher pain threshold, right? Isn't that scientifically factual?
No, it's the opposite.
Oh,
so redheads. Our skin tends to be more sensitive, so it's both to heat and cold. We have this weird thin skin, maybe emotionally as well. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Yeah, but it's one of these things where, oh my god, anyone I've ever dated that I have tried to shower with, it's a fucking impossibility. It's an absolute impossibility. Because this is one of these things where I want it lukewarm, and I don't know if this is women in general tend to want really hot showers. Is that a thing?
I think it's just a personal preference, I guess.
If they're dirty women, they probably have to have hot showers.
Whoa, I'm looking too much into it, Billy.
I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing with redheads though is or this is definitely true with me, and I've been told it's with other people as well, is that I forget the term for it, but like Novocaine or something like that, we need way more in order to
anesthesiologist.
Anesthesia stuff. Yeah. So like when I go to the dentist or something, like they gotta pump my fucking mouth full of that shit for it to have any effect at all. Like painkillers, any of that stuff barely works on us.
That's what I was thinking.
Is
pain threshold.
The worst X-Man.
Yeah, that's a pretty shitty superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get beaten every time by a tanning bed.
He wakes up in the middle of surgery.
By the way, that same guy who hates me is now trying to make like a dick in my ass joke. Like, dude, come on! I made one fucking joke about Migos.
You shouldn't have stepped to the Migos. I'm not on the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I had no idea it was like that.
Oh yeah, we're real here.
Yeah. I like reading the chat though, because like people pay extra for this shit, right?
Yeah. For the chat that's actually on the screen. Yeah, they're patrons through Patreon and Subscribe Star as well.
Their opinions are slightly more valuable.
It is changing the game, man. The way I use it, I finally figured out that like, because most of my people are fans because of my YouTube videos, and so what I used to do is like when I come back off a tour, I'd have 10 or 15 new videos, and I just upload them all and then just make them public one at a time. Mm-hmm. And so what I realized, I was like, oh, what about for the Patreons? Why don't I just give them access to these videos? And so like if you're a Patreon, you can see my stuff 2-3 weeks ahead of like today I uploaded 11 new videos, and it was like, all right, well these will come out in 2 or 3 weeks, or you could just watch them now for $1. And it is amazing how many people. Not only that, but there's a level of pride for people to support the art that they like.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, dude. It's huge these days. People love to do that shit.
Yeah, I think that's really cool to be able to, because like sometimes when people buy tickets to one of my shows, it's, I have a door deal with the club and I get extra money because of ticket sales. And then sometimes I get a flat fee. It doesn't matter how many tickets I sell. And so, like, I've had close personal friends be like, "Oh no, I insist on buying a ticket." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't get that, But people know that if they donate to your Patreon, it goes right to you. There's no middleman, and like, I think that's a really awesome thing that's going on with creators right now.
Yeah, I do think that crowdfunding, not really crowdfunding sites, I guess, but, sites like Patreon and like Subscribestar and whatever competitors end up being, that's going to be like the future of content creators, is people directly support them in that way instead of ad revenue and all that other shit. It's probably better in some ways, but it's also less.
We got a few more things to get through here. We got Michael Cohen sentenced to 3 years in prison.
The judge has just sentenced Michael Cohen to 36 months.
And he snitched.
So 3 years of federal prison time for Michael.
He would have gotten way more, I think.
3 years with him snitching.
Underway. You see some of the attorneys coming out now. Here he is. Let's see if he speaks.
Hopefully this is the last we hear of this story for a while.
Well, yeah.
It won't be.
Well, I mean, you'll hear about it, if Trump... if they end up taking Trump into an impeachment trial.
Yeah.
You'll hear about it there.
Yeah, that's true.
There you see Michael Cohen getting into the black car with his wife, his son, and his daughter, and driving up.
What I'm fascinated about this is that Michael Cohen also represents Sean Hannity.
Does he?
Yeah. So there's other people aside from this that they might have now.
I mean,
depending on... Because, look, you don't have a lawyer like Michael Cohen if you're doing things the legal way. Like, Michael Cohen is a white-collar Better Call Saul. And, like, he's not your lawyer if you're just like, oh, got all these parking tickets. What do I do? Like, he's a fixer. He's not a lawyer. And so, anyone he represents could be in trouble now.
A lot of people. I remember before Trump got elected, he was in a debate against Hillary, and they were questioning something he said, and he was like, "Ask Sean Hannity. He was there. He'll tell you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a good response." Sean Hannity.
Yeah. Stuff like that is like that's like saying like, "Oh, can you really talk to animals?" Well, ask Dr. Dolittle. If you saw that movie, it's like, well, that's
tells you everything you need to know, right?
Yeah.
I think we touched on that as much as we really can. Yeah, he's going to prison.
3 years, and that includes snitching.
Theresa May, I guess today they were voting on no confidence to try and get rid of her.
Yeah,
did that happen?
As the party leader. No, it failed. Actually.
It did fail.
We have some breaking news in our world lead now. British Prime Minister Theresa May is safe, at least for the moment. Just a few moments ago, May survived a no-confidence vote from her own party. Backlash had been growing for a while from pro-Brexit lawmakers frustrated with her negotiations to leave the European Union, criticizing her for not making a completely clean break in the negotiations. CNN's Bianca Nobilo is in London for us. And Bianca, despite the fact that Prime Minister May is safe for the next year, the Brexit plan is still in chaos. March 29th is the agreed upon date that England will leave the EU. What will happen if a firm plan is still not set?
Well, Jake, the default option, if there's no Brexit plan agreed upon, is a no-deal Brexit. The UK is leaving the European Union on the 29th of March next year. That's enshrined in law, and subject to anything else being agreed, that's what's going to happen. And that's the scenario that businesses and lawmakers and many people in the nation fear most. So that's what the Prime Minister is trying to avoid. But her plan is so unpopular and loathed by members of her own party.
Yeah, I always feel weird. I'm like, what the hell is going to happen? Like when they leave the EU?
I know.
Well, look at the pound. I mean, the pound used to be worth $1.65. Now it's like $1.25. That's true. But everybody who supports Brexit is like, it's for the economy. Like, really? Your economy lost 25% of its value?
There is plenty of crazy shit going on in the European Union these days, but I mean, it's undeniable that it's like hurting their country, especially right now, to deal with this shit. Like clearly, no one even has a good idea on how to leave. So why would you? You know, that should have been talked about way before they even voted to leave the country, right?
I think the premise of this is like, hey, we're not having a good time at this party, so we're gonna go. We're just gonna walk through that wall to get out of this place.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's
like, true. Yeah, you know what? The party's shit. You want to leave, okay, but you might want to figure out where the fuck the door is before you go.
Exactly. Yep, that's a good point.
Yeah, right now they only have about 26 cents on the dollar. Like the pound is only about 26 cents more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For a little while, it actually dipped even, which is the first time that's happened in our lifetime.
Back in 2007, it was more than double the value of the dollar. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's I was over in Europe this summer. I did the Fringe, and so I was doing like a couple of different shows in different countries beforehand, and I go through passport control. And there's a line for like EU, and there's a line for non-EU passports. Now, most of the people flying in Europe have EU passports, so the line for non-EU is basically non-existent. So I go there, and there's one dude in front of me, and he's got a fucking UK passport. He's got an English passport, and like the guard is like, this is for non-EU only, and he's like, oh, you didn't hear that we're leaving the EU? And it's like, dude, you can't Brexit out of the line,
right?
Like.
Brexit stage left.
God. Yeah, you just one of these dudes who's like very rich. You could just like feel his racism. You know what I mean?
What an idiot, dude.
Just one of these guys. Yeah. How much tweed can you put on one fucking body?
Seriously.
Very, very frustrating. It was fun to watch him have to get in the other line, like behind everybody. Oh, that was a good time to watch. And then I just flashed an American passport, and they're like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, because you know he can't stand having to stand next to what he sees as like the lesser Europeans, you know?
Absolutely. It's like, these... I mean, to him, his racism isn't even like, oh, these people are brown. He's like, these people are different white.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
And that's one thing about the EU, being part of the EU, that, you know, certain people really didn't like, was that it allowed people from other nations to live and work in any of the EU countries without needing a visa or anything like that. So people from, you know, like a way poorer country like Greece or something could just move there and start working.
But in the meantime, like Scotland is like, wait, you guys can leave the UK, like you guys can leave the EU, but we have to fucking stay in the UK, can't we?
They tried. They tried about 5 years ago.
Yeah, Scotland. And I've spent a decent amount of time in Scotland. I spent a decent amount of time in England. Look, I enjoyed England, but Scotland, what a fucking great country. Holy shit. Like, everything there is just nice. And I'm sure they have their problems that, like, you don't see as a 2-week tourist. But, like, what a beautiful place.
Yeah, I've been to England, never been to Scotland before. Quebec has tried to leave Canada before, too.
Yeah, which is by the way, hell, Texas has tried to leave America, which, that's full of true patriots. My favorite thing about, like, the secessionist movement of that, I have a theory that, well, first of all, Oklahoma is not like, no, don't go, but I have a theory that the Texas secessionist movement started from someone just misunderstanding the word success. Like someone was like, I think we should secede, and someone, I think we should all secede.
Oh yeah.
My kids to secede.
I ain't gonna succeed.
We're gonna cover one more story here. Its study finds U.S. diplomats were attacked using sonic device,
like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
they hit him with a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Movie coming out, yeah, like the new movie coming out, Billy.
When they got attacked, did little gold rings fall out of their pocket?
A medical report shedding some light on the bizarre brain injury suffered by dozens of American diplomats in Cuba. Dr. Mark Siegel's with us, professor of medicine at NYU Langone Medical Center and a Fox News contributor. What are we learning from this?
This is a big deal. Dr. Michael Hoffer and his group of Miami are the only people that...
He's like, this is a big deal. Do you see that goofy-ass smile he had a second ago?
Yeah.
What do we learn about these brain injuries from diplomats that have been attacked? And he's like, oh my God, this is the best day for me. This is what I've been waiting for.
This is my big break.
Examined the diplomats.
He was the one with the fucking sonic ray gun aiming at their heads so he can get on Fox News. Greasy little fuck.
5 of them right after the event. It's retrospective, but Sandra, it's not polluted by what the media said, by a hope for workman's compensation claim, by time passing, or by treatments they got. This is what they looked like. And what they found is very striking. Problems with dizziness, problems with balance, the gravity center of the inner ear. Problems with the brain secondarily, with thinking, all of which point to a weapon. All of which point probably to a sonic weapon, a low frequency.
This reminds me of like a Von Helton conspiracy theory. There's this weird guy. Right? There's this weird guy we watch in the show sometime. He lives in like a trailer in Kentucky, and he makes stories like this. Like he said, the fires in California was actually Elon Musk using an orbital laser to like shoot things and
incinerate,
so that they can build the high-speed train that they want to build.
So the property value will drop and they'll be able to buy it.
Yeah, he's gonna build the high-speed train. Like one of those fires was at the fucking Getty Center. Yeah. Like, we're gonna build a high-speed train right to the museum.
Speaking of crazy conspiracies, I'm pretty sure there's a Gale video coming later, so we'll get to show you him.
Wait, hold on a second. Has this been corroborated by anyone other than this weird smiley dude?
I know, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll have to look and see if there's, like a written story about it.
Symptoms,
I'll look it up.
All these symptoms they coincide with sonic attacks, but also I think they coincide if you get bad Chipotle.
Yeah, at the same time, it's like, so we've narrowed it down to 2 things.
That's what happened to me. When you
poisoning or sonic attacks.
It was all the romaine lettuce.
Hot sauce, man.
Feels good, man.
I was trapped in an elevator with Billy after he ate Chipotle, and we were trapped in there for an hour, and I believe I was sonic attacked.
Yeah, that was a sonic attack.
I like Chipotle, man.
I do too. I ate it today. I eat it like 4 times a week.
That's man.
My friend wrote to Chipotle. Chris Powers, who's a comedian. Before the whole we knew Jared was a pedophile thing. He wrote to Chipotle and he was like, hey, Subway has Jared who ate Subway every day. I want to try to lose weight eating Chipotle every day. And Chipotle wrote back and goes, we do not recommend anyone eat Chipotle every day.
Huh. See, I actually lived in the Southwest for like almost a decade, and I can't. I mean, like, Chipotle is not dog food or anything. It's better than like Taco Bell or something, but damn, it's just... It's
not Mexican.
It's gringo.
Food.
It's gringo Mexican food.
Yeah.
It's also it's the same way that, like, look, I'm a New Yorker. I love pizza by the slice. Like, I'm a huge fan of that. If I go to Chicago, I'll have deep dish. I just won't fucking call it pizza. It's just not the same. It's not. If I have a craving for pizza by the slice, I'm not going to eat deep dish. But I will eat deep dish if that's what I want. It's just a different food.
Yep.
But what if someone comes to New York from Naples and they're like, "This isn't pizza"?
Well,
I mean, well, I would be like, "No, you're wrong."
Is it?
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Naples
as a New Yorker, you're fucking wrong.
Naples is the birthplace of pizza.
Yeah, but New York though, Ben.
It's a different, like, I don't, when I'm in the mood for authentic Mexican, I don't go to Chipotle.
Right.
But like when I'm in the mood for, what Chipotle is, which is brown rice and some shit on top, then I'll eat that.
Do you know how hard it is to convince a New Yorker they got it bad? Like they fucking celebrated Giuliani for a decade.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was something where, like, but also, and I had met Giuliani when he was the mayor.
Yeah.
And like, he wasn't as bullshit crazy as he is now.
Well, yeah, but he
didn't
also had a nice little boost.
Didn't he clean up Times Square
But
and all
people
that
didn't
shit?
like that.
Yeah,
at
I know.
first.
Yeah,
they
they
were
didn't
like,
like
fuck
it.
this guy. Give us our whores and our cocaine.
Well, it was part of it. Like, he did, but then he also, the police presence was too much.
Yeah,
it was one of these where, like, the pendulum swung. Look, I grew up in New York when you could not go west of 6th Avenue, and then like it changed, and now 11th Avenue is safe. Like, now the only danger is just going all the way west into the water. Like, that's the only danger. And I mean, I remember I used to play Broadway Comedy Club, which is between 8th and 9th. And I remember doing a joke when I first started working there about how, like, depending on which way you come, like, because most of the tourists are brought in from 8th Avenue, and the joke was always like, oh, this place better fucking show up quickly. And now, like, 9th Avenue is full of a bunch of fucking, French bistros and stuff.
Michael Moore is always down there eating a sandwich.
Yeah, it's completely different now. But that said, there were people who were upset that it went too far. But he straight up, he was not like, you saw interviews with him all the time. He seemed very likable. Like, he had his problems with, like, what was it, cheating on his wife in the mayor's mansion, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, but for the most part, he just seemed like, whether you disagree with his politics or not, he seemed like a likable dude. And now he just seems like a fucking crazy old man yelling on a lawn.
Well, didn't he cheat on his wife with his cousin too?
Yeah, it was his cousin, and I think it was sick at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was one of these things where, like, it would have been a scandal in any other city, but in New York, we're like, we got shit to do. We're not too concerned with this.
We're the city that never sleeps, not the city that never sleeps with our cousin.
Oh, nice.
In Alabama, this is normal.
Weapon that impacted the inner ear and then led to problems in thinking. This is huge because Cuba's been saying this is psychogenic hysteria. This pretty much rules it out. These are physicians, an entire group of physicians that examined these patients and said this is not hysteria. This was something targeting them. A lot of thinking about maybe microwaves. From what I'm hearing this morning, and I just listened to the news conference, I don't think so. I think it's something.
What did you hear during the news conference?
They didn't point to the weapon yet, but it sounds like a handheld sonic device. This is what I heard through the grapevine. They think it is.
This is bullshit. Like, I mean, look, it might also be true independently of this guy.
Yeah.
But this is like, hey, I heard a thing from someone that it might have been maybe a James Bond pen.
Yeah.
I tend to believe it's bullshit because it's Fox News, so it doesn't have that in favor of it.
Well, he said it might be a handheld sonic device. Does that mean that they're bringing back the Sega Game Gear?
That's all you took from him.
I'm a piece of shit.
Again, this is Sherlock.
You really are, Billy. You really are.
You ever play that game Skitchin' on Sega?
No.
Oh. I've never seen it anywhere else, and I would love to find. I guess I should try to find an emulator with it or something.
I'm sure there's an emulator for Skitchin'. I'm gonna look it up too. That's
much fun. It was basically it was a skateboard racing game, but you had to hold on to the back of cars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so that's why Skitchin', you're hitching on a skateboard.
Yeah.
And it was great. You could bend down and pick up weapons, and so someone else would skitch next to you, and you just smack them with a crowbar.
Nice.
It was a great game.
I used to play. Was it Road Rage or Road Rash? Road Rash. It was a biker game. They had chains and crowbars and shit too. Skitchin' sounds
so much
fun.
That was good shit.
Holmes. This is looking back over the breadcrumbs. This is trying to piece it together, Bill. But what this is groundbreaking on is this dispels the whole idea that this is hysteria. You know, everyone said, well, everyone was affected differently. Well, guess what? You're going to be affected differently by how distant you are from the weapon.
Here's you could take a handheld device, walk past the embassy.
Are they going to give any example of any weapons like this
Hold
that
on.
actually exist, though?
Absolutely.
Let me see. I found some other stories, written stories. Well, actually, this looks like a local news report.
U.S. diplomats in Cuba.
Is it a Sinclair station?
The University of Miami.
It's CBS.
Will present the first
Sinclair can
report on
own different.
Yeah. I don't know who owns CBS Miami Channel
Fisher
4.
Broadcasting. We have to look that up.
Let me see.
I mean, if this is true, this is really,
they're
I guess, interesting.
They're owned by CBS. They're owned and operated by CBS.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, their CBS station's owned by Sinclair and Tribune and all the other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like in my hometown, most of the stations were like privately owned by a company. Well, they're all privately owned, but most of the stations were owned by like a broadcasting company, like a syndicate, basically.
Yeah, I did a show for Fox Television Stations, and I think they owned at the time 18 markets, and all the other markets were owned by other people and were affiliates. So like they could put the show on whatever market they wanted in those 18, and then they'd have to sell it to the other ones.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there was only one. There was an ABC station that was actually owned by ABC/Disney that I remember in my hometown, and that's when I realized that happened. That like, you know, your local NBC station wasn't necessarily owned by NBC.
Symptoms and clinical findings experienced by some diplomats. Today's event coincides with a medical.
It seems to me like they're saying that like doctors are trying to figure out what this is, not like there was a dude with a sonic gun and he shot him in the face with waves. Like that's not.
It could be anything, right?
Castro strikes again.
Yeah, they could. The office could be under a fucking power line. Like, who knows?
Those communists, man. It's those communists. It's Antifa.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Come on. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
I learned this recently. Did you know that Antifa was short for anti-fat? I thought that's a little extreme.
Oh shit! Oh, look at poor Billy. He's so sad right now.
He always wanted to join Antifa, and now he just realized he can't.
They wouldn't let me in.
They said there was no room for me. It was a fat joke.
You know what that means, right, Billy? That means you're not going to be SJW enough for some people.
I don't care. As an SJW, it's not about me, man. It's about everybody else.
Holy shit! Whoa. Yeah, actually, you're right.
I'm going to read some of the Streamlabs, the super chats that came through since the beginning of the show. The first one we got was from Mr. Captain Snacks for $12.34. Wicked Steve Hofstetter is one of my top 3 favorite comedians. I'm glad he's back on. Also, is 9/11 mode on? Can this count for a 9/11? I don't have any alcohol to drink, so I can't do it. I can do a bong rip or something, but
Can I ask that person who the other 2 favorite comedians are so I could kill them and be number 1?
Well, they actually said it was Bill Cosby and Hillary Clinton.
Jared Fogle.
Yeah, Jared Fogle. No.
Yeah, Jared Fogle.
Bill Cosby and Jared Fogle. Look, Jared definitely has some good material. Jared has a type 5.
Great.
Jared has a type 5 that's fucked up.
Oh my god.
I was wondering if anyone was going to pick up on that one.
I actually lost 200 pounds this year, and I ate Chipotle like 4 times a week. So if anybody should be a spokesperson, I'm gonna hit them up. I'll be like, look, guys.
It's true, yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
guys.
you're going to call them up and they're going to be like, if you did not eat Chipotle, you would have lost 250.
No, I wouldn't. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't have satiated my appetite if I didn't have the delicious Chipotle salads 3 to 4 times a week. And so I would have gained weight.
So
I'm against Chipotle and I almost said Taco Bell. I meant to say Pokemon Go.
Whatever, dude. I'm on the Pokemon Go Chipotle diet.
Both of those.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, he does.
Chipotle Mongo.
Yeah,
He's the only person left that plays Pokemon
Bullshit.
Go.
More people play Pokemon Go now than they did when the game came out. Blow your fucking mind right there. One of the top earning games 2 years in a row. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Woo!
Holy shit.
When that first started, I was doing a show at a venue that had like this big picture window that I could see from stage, and I didn't know what it was yet. Like, it was like the first couple days of the craze, and I just saw all these people outside with their cell phones just kind of like just going like this, and I was like, what the fuck is happening outside? Like, it was terrifying. And then finally someone in the audience was just like, oh, those are Pokemon players, and that didn't help.
Here's the thing, Billy. You always complained earlier about how Ben always picks games that he's better at and has more experience with, but the only game that you know is fucking Pokemon Go. Can you name another game that you fucking play?
Ben, do you want to go PvP in Pokemon Go? PvP's coming out this week. We want to do PvP for electrical shocks?
There's no way to display that. Well, there's no way to There's no way to display that on the screen.
Oh, sure there is. We'll get a little USB
Anyway, I'm going to read some more of this shit. All right. Treehorn, 1776, $5. Love the videos, guys. When is Mr. Steve coming to Norfolk?
I did a show. In Virginia Beach, right outside of Norfolk, a couple months ago. So, by the way, and this is true for anybody. If anybody is a fan and wants me to come to their city, just call up your local comedy club and tell them that. And like, that's a good way to get them to get off their ass and book me.
Actually,
and I have a calendar on my website.
Also, call up your local Chipotle and tell them you want Billy the Fridge to be the mascot.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Well, oh my god, if you did a national campaign where everybody called Chipotle.
Mr. Captain Snack sent another $5 and he said, ignore the chat, Steve. The chat is hell.
Yeah, but it's fun to prod people.
Yeah,
and every now and then someone says something nice. So.
Steve's not afraid of a heckler.
And then Phil sent in $10. He said, this $10 buys me your love.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Literal.
Actually, you've got like $2 left over to buy something else too.
Yeah.
Like cost $8.
If you would have sent in $13, there might have been an over the pants hand job in your future. Opening up the crazy files.
Yeah, so the first clip we have tonight on the Crazy People segment is Alex Jones' epic McDonald's rant.
Oh, God.
The weapon.
What'd you say?
I can't wait to see that.
I said he's still a thing.
Oh yeah.
They use. I mean, this is a twilight zone I'm living in, man. They got skulls and mutated babies all around the McDonald's, and it's officially their stuff. I mean, Anthony, can we handle?
You know, you think that maybe he would reflect for a bit and be like, maybe I shouldn't say such crazy fucking shit. But no, he just says even crazier shit than he ever has before.
The only people still with him are the.
That's true. Yeah.
At first, it was one of these things where he had like conspiracy theorists and also just some people who thought it was kind of comical. Mm-hmm. And like now, the people sticking with him are the fucking, the tinfoilist of the tinfoilist.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
That McDonald's sign in the background looks like a communist flag right now, though. Like
it is.
I don't know if they did that on purpose.
Mao Zedong.
This because I ain't loving it.
McMao.
We've been militarily targeted by the globalists
I ain't loving it.
Long time. They couldn't take us in a front.
This withdraw as a sponsor for his show? Is that why he's doing this?
Look, Alex Jones, 100%.
His only sponsor.
He exists. He's a pro wrestler without ever having to step in the ring. His entire shtick is just a pro wrestling shtick. The crazier you get, the more you rile up the base. He never has to fight because his enemies are gay frogs and pod people in political places.
Pod people. A gay frog.
I will. The fuck's the pod person?
He did
a reptile. It's do some research, dude. When I say pod people, I obviously mean reptile. This is on you for not understanding.
Oh my god.
Assault,
right.
scientific.
I'm just not woke enough, right, Billy?
Took us down.
Take your sleeping
and a chem
pills.
assault and a bio assault, and they've done a really great job.
And what I'm telling you is the truth. It's not exaggerated. It's much worse than what I'm saying. Of
course.
There's no way to go over the full spectrum of this. And yeah, it freaks me out. Yeah, it's crazy. But see, I'm not crazy because I'm freaked out by bloated dead EU babies and skulls with satanic lightning bolts all over their heads, showing they have the mark of the beast and were struck down by Lucifer.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. How could they put this demonic mark of the beast fucking lightning bolt child? Oh, my God. What is that?
Holy shit. Is that a lima bean? What the fuck is that?
I think that's basically like if a lima bean fucked a hard-boiled egg, it would look like that.
Yeah.
I'd still eat it.
I'm not. The ones we're showing aren't even the shocking ones. We can show the skulls, the lightning bolts, show the arm with the pustules all over it.
I know someone who knows Alex Jones's ex-wife, and she says that he really does believe all this stuff. So maybe she's just saying that for the like legal battle that they're in.
Legal, so she can keep her kids and her alimony in check.
Yeah. What could we see what he's talking about?
Oh, I'm hoping he shows it, right? They said pull up the arm man. They got Ronald McFondle over
some
here.
guy also came up earlier. In fact, I think he's over there right now. And he was saying it was actually. I hope we could use it in the video. He was saying, "Well,
man,
I know McDonald's is bad, but when I see Kobe Bryant make a dunk shot and then eat a burger."
What's with this little kid standing in front of my MAGA Ronald McMAGA? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, so this is now a stunt from Alex Jones where they make like a fake Ronald McDonald thing, because obviously that's not. I mean, look at the M.
Yeah.
This is what happens when crazy people are given way too much money to make their ideas a reality.
Why is the Pied Piper logo from Silicon Valley on that truck in the background? This is all types of weird right now.
I know.
This is a lot of false flags.
It makes me
What
think
happens next?
I know.
it's acceptable and it's cool. He literally said that.
That person's
It's on film.
moron under mind control.
Moron under mind
exactly,
control.
but the sad thing is he represents
Anybody who eats McDonald's is a moron under mind control.
a lot of people. Did you hear when we were talking about that, Rex, earlier?
Anthony, hold on a second, Dr. Rex. I want to get you guys to give us.
I feel like this kid's about to become a SoundCloud rapper. The way the camera angle's hitting him.
I know, yeah.
Like, is he about to drop the hottest freestyle of 2019? I have no idea.
Is this the kid that that kid that did all that what fake Twitter shit against? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The guy who had the securities company that the phone number went to his mom.
Oh God!
No, I haven't heard about that.
This sounds so familiar, but I'm drawing a blank.
It was the guy who was like they were trying to falsely accuse Robert Mueller of sexual assault.
Oh.
And it was like just some fucking 19-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid or whatever, and the phone number for the securities company went to his mother's cell phone.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it was like I'm wondering if like is this kid that same type of like bullshit, like someone told him like, hey, you could be famous if you do this.
Yeah, this might be. I know a lot of kids like this that do little hacker stuff behind their keyboard, and they get away with so much.
Outside of house, like a concentration camp with barbed wire.
It really looks like he's about to fight somebody.
That are mascots that you can look like them.
Can we see one of these creatures? You fucking tease.
It's like a concentration camp.
Just throw in for a second. First of all, concentration camp. I think Alex Jones might be downplaying what the concentration camps looked like a bit much.
Yeah.
So,
they had McDonald's
right in the shot, being like, "Hey, future home of this building." Like the reason there's barbed wire, it's a fucking construction site.
Right.
Like the amount of like the amount of crazy you have, the amount of like your synapses not connecting that you have to actually believe this bullshit is mind blowing.
Yeah. And there are enough people, I would say, that do actually believe it. I think a lot of people watch it ironically to laugh at it, too. But absolutely, there's enough people that believe it that buy his vitamins, his weird vitamins and shit that he sells.
Flex. Yeah.
Real male vitality.
One of my friends got that for their birthday as like a gag gift.
Real male vitality?
It stinks so bad. It reeks.
Smells like pure testosterone.
It smells like pure something. Like they might have slid open a testicle and squeezed it into the bottle.
Dude, guess what I discovered today? Wild Bill has a new intro.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude. He tried to upgrade his thumbnail.
Are we not going to see the actual characters he's talking about?
Hold on. Yeah, let's see. This is like a 20-minute long video.
I just want to see some of these Satan. Oh God, come
that
on.
looks diseased and riddled with acne on his forehead, and has
it's probably like some sort of like new kids cartoon we just don't know about. I'm gonna look this shit up.
Or it's an art campaign that McDonald's probably hired an artist that draws cute little weird characters to do this campaign. He's probably a local guy to where they're building.
I've seen weirder shit on Nickelodeon in the 90s than this, so whatever.
This is just straight ridiculous.
Yeah, they got the guy who did the new Thundercats cartoon to do this.
Yeah.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, what the fuck is this? And apparently, by the way, this goes back. Like, I just Googled Alex Jones McDonald's. He's had some long shit against him. There's something from 2015.
Oh, really? I'm sure he started like feuds and has talked shit about all those major corporations. You could find him about everything, especially McDonald's.
Oh, I see where it started. I think it started from McDonald's workers trying to get trying to raise the minimum wage.
Oh, wow.
Skulls. It's skulls. Go up because it looks like DU babies. I'm not kidding. The one on the side right there looks like a DU baby.
Oh my God.
What's a DU baby?
The other side's a DU baby. Just go around.
What's a DU baby?
You understand the conspiracy, folks? They psychically have a rule. This is not the average McDonald's employees, but the higher-ups. They must tell you what they're going to do to you beforehand. What? Look, that one has an eye patch on. That one has scars. It's like Frankenstein. And notice how it's almost subliminal. It's not real obvious. It's all hidden in plain view.
Huh?
I can't enter. They'll kill me. But there is one with the eye patch up there as well.
They'll kill
God help us.
God help
This is all
us.
around the building. I mean, let's be clear.
The cartoons
This is
are taking
all around
over.
the barbed wire building here. All of these. There's like hundreds of them.
And notice, this is like the mass hallucination of the globalists where everyone's getting ugly and fat and getting cancer and zits all over us and just disease and just
Part of Alex Jones is? That's a pretty common name. Like, there have got to be thousands of people named Alex Jones who, when they introduce themselves to somebody, they get this association.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, man.
You'd probably go by the name Alexander or something, or go by your middle name.
Yeah. I'm Alexei Jones.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Al.
So here's
this show, Bob's Burgers, where they're trying to infiltrate us by acting like people have weird looking chins. It's just
yeah, they definitely got the transgenders pushing the transgender agenda. That's basically what he would say about Bob's Burgers, because there's like men that do the voices of female characters in that show.
Yeah.
Here's Wild Bill's latest video. Wild Bill for America. Look.
Oh, cute. Cute Wild Bill.
He's a conservative YouTuber. He's been around a long time.
Let's see what his title is for this episode. The Curse of Soros.
The Curse of Soros, yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Fortune magazine just.
Oh,
wow! Look at the new setup.
He's got a whole new set.
He used to do all of his videos like outside on the beach,
or in a backyard with wind turbines blowing into the microphone.
Now he's got a fancy
Look,
backdrop,
your boy's got
a weird
some editing
light
in
bulb.
here.
Classy, dude. This is classy.
I'm actually
even his microphone is all American.
Listen to this garbage.
I'm actually afraid he's moving on up.
You know what? I'm gonna quit now and go work for Wild Bill, man. His production is just unbelievable. I don't know.
I don't even know why they let him record this in that IKEA.
First, the good news. The government of Hungary kicked a George Soros University out of their country. Soros is one of the most despicable destroyers of Western civilization.
Man,
he is literally
George Soros is just like the Antichrist, isn't he? Even though he's not a politician.
He should just come out and be like, look, I don't like the Jews.
Well, he actually likes the Jews, is what he said, right?
Yeah.
Well, Wild Bill, he's one of those like Christian Zionists, I believe.
He was like, look, we like the Jews because the Jews were part of the Bible, and they're the chosen few. They're actually better than us.
That is true. It's pretty surprising that he would hate George Soros.
There's people on the right that are they're like more pro-Israel than specifically pro-Jew.
Donald Trump's pro-Israel.
I mean, the doctrine of the evangelical stuff is that the reason they like the Jews, the reason the evangelicals like the Jews is, and I'm not saying individuals, I'm saying the doctrine of it is in order for the rapture to come, the Jews have to be there to be destroyed.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
You have to keep them alive for the rapture. That is legit what the doctrine says.
That is so sick.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, that's got some sinister undertones if I've ever heard it before.
Sure as fuck does. As one of them. Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like we need to keep them close because they need to be there in order to be punished at the rapture. So.
Oh my gosh.
Take what it's worth.
Oh my. My mind's blown a little bit right here. I didn't know that.
Yep. By the way, I like the comment that Mild Bill's lamp is powered by a potato that's plugged in under his desk. It looks like one of those science experiment lamps.
Yeah.
Like the science project things from when you're in like 3rd grade.
Yeah, I remember doing that. Hooking it up to a battery.
Yeah. By the way, like I wear vests a lot on stage, but the leather vest, not doing much for your straight cred.
Yeah, that's like part.
Yeah, not with flannel.
He's one of those middle-aged dudes, like in his late 50s, early 60s, that rides around on a motorcycle with a bunch of other guys. That's his thing. That's his little Christian biker gang that he's a member
Slap each other
of.
on the ass.
I just love the idea of like, okay, I'm gonna wear flannel, I'm gonna have a goatee, I'm gonna have a leather vest, and I'm gonna wear that half hand glove. Like, it's as if he was like, I see a new style. How do I find this? Maybe if I combine the Village People.
Yeah.
Usually he's wearing a cowboy hat and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's all the different Village People.
I know.
And he is hell-bent on wiping out faith and freedom around the world. The Hungarian Prime Minister, Viktor Orban, is protecting his country. And along comes Fortune magazine describing the Prime Minister as a far-right, anti-immigration guy. Far-right. That's the term that liberals use for men and women who refuse to submit to the demands of godless socialists in government.
He's like, yeah, this horrible term that they use for godless socialists.
Yeah.
It's not like there's any actually far-right people that exist in the world, right? It's all a liberal straw man against conservatives, but no.
I also, and by the way, I do not identify as a liberal. I'm a progressive. I think that there is a very big difference between the two ideologies.
There is a difference. There is.
But the idea of like, I love that socialist is such like a curse said by people who have clearly never studied forms of government. Like the idea of like, Marxism is what they're thinking of when they say socialism.
Yeah,
spend a fucking week in Denmark and tell me that that's a horrible system.
But
it's not. It's not.
But they charge $10 a gallon for gas. I don't want to pay $10 for gas.
Well, I mean,
even though if you worked there, you would have a way higher salary.
Motherfucker, you could afford $20 for gas.
Are they really driving around there too? I'm guessing at least in the cities they have better public transit.
Well,
exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
It runs on time and is reliable, like a bunch of hippie communists. It's ridiculous. And look,
how revolutionary, right?
Every system has its problems. And I'm not saying socialism is a fucking answer. I think in its pure form, it's not. But at the same time, like the idea of using it as a curse just shows that you do not understand forms of government. Like you've clearly never studied.
Yeah.
It means
anyone that says that we need either complete capitalism or complete socialism is full of fucking shit. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's wonderful until you factor in human nature.
Yep.
So
exactly.
That's why I mean communism. I would be all down for communism if people
worked
like they do.
Yeah.
Fortune magazine said that Orban kicked out George Soros' school because it, quote, encouraged immigration into Europe. Right. That is a liberal lie.
Hold on. Why are those guys breaking into the McDonald's?
Because the McRib is only here for a week.
Oh, shit. The McRib is back.
The McRib.
The McRib.
You can't do the McRib keto. because it's got all the sauce on it. You can't get it bunless. If you get it sauceless, it looks like a fetus. It's so gross.
Yeah, dude.
It's so gross.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the McCrib City Council meeting before?
What?
No.
Okay.
Beautiful.
We watched it on the show a long time ago.
We should bring it back since the McCrib is
back.
back.
I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back like the
McRib is back. I don't know if it really is.
It is.
It is actually back right now.
It's apropos.
At least here where we live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
I saw a lady tossing a McCrib in sauce last night when I stopped at the McDonald's to get a cheeseburger and use the pisser. My cheeseburger had no bun, no ketchup, because I'm keto
Hey,
boy.
Miss-
But it looked nasty. The fucking
I'm
thing
not
flopping
sure.
around in a
Could
tray
you
of
say your name
barbecue
for us,
sauce.
please?
Ah, gross. That's disgusting.
Xanthi Pajarillo. Yeah.
It's my girl.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank Madam Mayor and the council members for your time. I prepared a little statement. I'm here on behalf of the Santa Clarita foodie community. And I was wondering, is there a Spanish translator available by any chance? Just to not exclude the Hispanic community?
Oh, no.
No, usually we try to do that in advance.
Okay. So I'll just get into it. In 1982, a boneless barbecue pork sandwich was introduced to the United States, and it was available for only a limited time during the fall, which is called the McCrib. But this year, McDonald's, they decided to give regional managers the power to decide whether to sell the McCrib at their locations. And
It's wrong.
apparently only 55% of McDonald's franchises nationwide have chosen to sell the McCrib, which means 45% have decided to skip it, including the Santa Clarita area.
She did the math.
Yeah,
the Santa Clarita area skipped the McCrib.
Yeah, and this is a matter for city council.
It should, if anything, this should be.
Have you ever been to a city council meeting?
No, but I've watched some crazy people.
Actually, I have been to one.
Such a joy. So I used to own a comedy club in New York, and when we were applying for our liquor license, we had to go through probably 3 or 4 of those meetings. There were community board meetings. So, because, in New York City, it's too big. You have like the little, sub boards. And just to see, like, there was one presentation where like this one guy was presenting a charter school. And it seemed really nice. And it was like, yeah, we're doing this charter school in, this underprivileged neighborhood. And, we're seeking, it wasn't even funding. It was just like permission to like start building. Like they had all the funding and everything. And this one old white lady just stands up and just starts talking about how and she like is trying to be she thinks she's being respectful because she keeps saying people of color, but then she's also saying that like they're destroying our country. And like it's not about, it's like legit, like the guy who just presented was just this Asian dude, and he just has to fucking sit there while her counterpoint is that like America should only be white, and this is like on the agenda for the city council.
Oh my god! And New York. Wow.
You will both want to like kill yourself and also not laugh harder than when you're at meetings, because it's people like this McCrib idiot.
Yeah.
Well, she's obviously trolling.
I saw a video of one not too long ago where a guy was talking to his local city council about legalizing happy endings at massage parlors.
Yeah.
Do you think she's trolling?
Yeah,
she might be.
I know she's trolling. It's the tell is when she pronounces it McCrib.
People are calling her McCrybe.
McCrybe, yeah. like a
McCrybe. Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah, because there's a girl that we know that used to be on the internet a lot, and she had colored hair, and her name was Rybe.
She was also a troll.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
This girl's trolling. The way she says McCrib is the tell.
This is a brilliant way to get views. Like I need to go to some city council meetings and present some shit.
Let's start a consortium that goes to our city council meetings and fucks around until one of us pops off. Then we can link to each other's videos. Let's do it. Let's make $60.
Yeah.
Make some money. Yeah.
There are 10 McDonald's here in Santa Clarita, and none of them are selling the McCrib. And specifically, the McDonald's on Shakela Lane next to In-N-Out is not selling it, and it's been replaced
Are you
by
kidding?
an all-day breakfast, which I think is like a really poor substitute. And
she goes into this. She goes into this thing about how her family eats the McRib on Thanksgiving, and it would make her family's Thanksgiving if the McRib came back.
Could you imagine not having access to the McRib on Thanksgiving? That's heartbreaking.
I wouldn't care.
I bet these days this shit could make like a change.org petition and try and get people to sign it that way, dude. It's like no one cares about your petty little fucking obsession with the McRib. It's
I
fucking
care.
disgusting.
I care.
It's gross. It's fucking disgusting.
I am already, the wheels are turning about what I'm going to do at a city council meeting.
I know, right?
Is amazing.
Do you still get the hecklers?
At comedy shows?
Yeah.
Every comedian gets them.
Yeah.
Like it's no one has done it on purpose because of the videos, but I have, if anything, I get fewer than I used to, because when I do like my own show and people like come knowing they're coming to see me, everybody wants to see it happen, but no one wants to be it. But then like the last couple of weeks, I went and did shows with buddies. Like my tour ended, so I did like 2 weekends with Josh Wolf and a weekend with Ben Glebe. And so on those, I'm more likely to get them because those people don't know who I am. They're coming to see the other guy. And so it's more likely that it'll happen. There was one guy in Naples, Florida, who like they were talking, and I was trying to be polite. It's not my show, and I was like, hey, could you guys just quiet down back there? You're the furthest away from me, and I can hear you the most. And he just goes, I paid my money. And so then I go, well, so shut the fuck up, man. And like I don't think he was expecting that to happen.
Wow, yeah.
So what a selfish dick thing to say. Like if it weren't Josh's show, I would have gone in him and be like, what do you think that money got you? Like when you bought that, what do you think that came with? But like, do you think it came with the ability to passively sit down and watch a show, or do you think it came with the ability to ruin it for everyone else?
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta think about the experience of everyone else there.
Well,
Yeah,
nobody
absolutely.
thinks about other people, right?
Yeah,
That's why we have the 30 people showing up to the first class line when they say first class seating is open.
Yeah, the last
They don't give a fuck.
The last stand-up show I went to, it was Tony Hinchcliffe, and he actually had to kick a heckler out.
Yeah.
And she complimented him on the. She must have been wasted or something, because she was like, "All right, well, I don't like your comedy, but you are kind of attractive." And then they like kicked her out.
Yeah.
And she was saying that.
I went to the Comedy Store one night and Tony was on, and after he got off, like one guy came up and the guy started talking shit to me because I was fat. He was just like, he was going in on me, and I fucking opened his ass up, and he fucking like went outside and like threw a temper tantrum. It was so fucking funny.
Wow.
And then comedian, yeah, I fucked his shit up.
I would like to see that tape.
I don't know if it was a tape. It was like one of those nights. It was like a Tuesday night. I was in the crowd.
It was at the Comedy Store?
The Comedy Store, yeah.
Okay.
So it was Tony was up and he got down. I think Bobby Lee was there. Like everybody was reading off their phones or like they had their little notepads because they were just trying out the jokes. So it was like a Tuesday or something. And this guy like said something to me and I fucking went back at him. He's like, you think you're funny? And then I was like, yeah. And I just fucking ate his ass out. And then like Sam Tripoli came on afterwards and he like mentions, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy. He was. It was
Tripoli, by the way, is the only I've only seen twice. I've seen someone throw a drink at a comic. A full glass. Both were Sam Tripoli.
Oh yeah.
Both times. Yeah.
Oh, he's great. He's just so hardcore. He's done it all. Like they put him on at midnight at the Comedy Store because they know he can clean up.
Yeah, Sam. Dude, my favorite Sam story was I was in Vegas. With Sirius. I used to host a show on Sirius, and they sent me to Vegas the weekend of the AVNs because they figure, that'll be funny content, like just stop and like interview porn stars and in the casinos. And I run into Tripoli, who was there because I think he was doing stand up at the AVNs, and so I run into him and I was like, hey man, I'm going around talking to people trying to get content. You want to come with and hang? He was like, yeah, sure. So we're going around and I'm talking to these two girls, and they're not with the AVNs at all. It was like two kind of cute girls, and I'm talking to one of them and I'm interviewing her about like, is it weird there being all these porn stars here? And I turn to my left and I look over and Tripoli is just making out with the other girl, and I was like, what? I've been talking to this girl for 30 seconds. How the fuck did that happen? I was like, and in what context where we're like, yeah, we're journalists, and he just started making out. I was like, I don't even know how that happened, but it fucking did.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, should we go get some fucking McRibs after the show?
No.
No?
That's not keto, unless you want to eat the
Unless I want to eat
fetus.
without sauce.
Ugh,
Just some
you
onions.
Just talked about how
Onions.
gross. I'd rather get some Korean barbecue or something.
I don't know how many calories I have left. I have to starve myself before we go to Korean barbecue again.
Oh, damn.
I gotta bounce. I got a show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
All right, dude. Thanks for joining us. Anything you want to mention before you leave us?
Yeah, if anybody wants to check out the videos, check out my YouTube. It's just youtube.com/thehofstetter. I got a lot of videos on my Facebook also. Just Steve Hofstetter. You guys know how it's spelled because you're watching this. So I guess there's audio feed of this too, right? But I'm in the fucking show notes. People will figure it out. And check out my book. My book, Ginger Kid, top 5 pick on Amazon, #1 in its category. It's a book about getting bullied a whole lot and then finding comedy as a way out. So if anyone in your audience has ever felt like they've been bullied or they don't fit in, which I'm guessing is a good amount of people,
Whoa.
then, well, I mean, let's be real here. I assume you guys dealt with that too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was
I'm the only fucking one in the world who's been bullied. So check out the book. I hope you enjoy it. And, just thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. And to everyone else who's going to call me a cuck on the subreddit, I wish you the best.
Give Andrew a kiss from us, too. Mr. Rivers?
I'll give him a little asshole tickle for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanks
again.
I'll wait till he's not looking, so it's authentic.
All right,
Thanks
good
again,
night.
Steve. Steve Hofstetter, everybody. Oh, so.
So, are we gonna bring the Nazi on at some point?
Yeah, we should bring him on. Where is he? Is he still awake?
I'm gonna go take a whiz.
Yeah, you take
All
that whiz.
Yeah, you take that whiz, Billy. Yeah, he was talking in the chat earlier.
All right, I got
By the
him. I
way-
got him. I'll bring him in.
All right. I want to thank Mr. Six Figs, too, for becoming the first subscribe star person in the live chat. So
I don't know what's
yeah.
going on, but for some reason your audio is so auto-tuned sounding today. It was cutting
Really?
you. Yeah. I don't know what was going on with it.
Let me see. Make sure I'm using the right microphone.
That sounds. Did you just change something?
No.
I noticed your volume changes a lot too. Like it'll go from kind of low to like all of a sudden it'll be like way higher.
Maybe it's because I need to talk more directly into the microphone, I think, is a problem I have sometimes.
I see.
Get your ass on here, Finn. We want to talk to you. You better be in full uniform.
In full uniform? No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Where the fuck is it?
You're looking for his account, or what are you looking for?
Hold on. It's not showing me. It's not showing me the call that we're in right now. That's so weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll say. I'll type something in it, and maybe it'll come up.
Just bring him in too. Can you bring him in?
I don't have him on
Okay.
Skype.
All right. Just type
You
something
get-
then.
I type something.
Huh. That's so weird. Hold on. Are you still there? No, I lost him. I'll bring him back. Oh my God. Shit's going awry.
I leave for 3 seconds.
No, I couldn't bring Finn in, and then okay, here we go.
I leave for 6 inches. Scabs are keto. Nasty, man.
The fuck?
I purchased a bag of pepperoni jerky today at Walmart.
Pepperoni jerky.
It tastes like pizza. It's called Pizza in a Bag. If people from Pizza in a Bag are watching and want to sponsor, send some pizza in the bag to me because it's $4 for 2 ounces. And that's rather pricey. But it's worth it, calorie-wise.
Adding them back now.
Are the boys back in town?
Yeah. Yeah, they're both here.
I can't believe you called Steve back when he said he had a show.
Oh, shit. Did I? Yeah, we got to remove Steve from the group. I forgot.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, I removed him from the call.
I just feel like the Epic Mealtime guys should send me some pizza in the bag. I can't find the buffalo pizza flavor. They have like a buffalo wing flavor or something. Can't find that anywhere. They should just send me some and say, talk about it on the show, even though I already just did. Shit.
Finballs
with blue cheese or ranch?
I get blue cheese when I get my buffalo wings.
That's the classic way.
Yeah,
it's fucking.
Oh shit! I gotta call you guys back. I'll be right back.
Bang,
oh
bang.
my god!
Call me, count on me, brother. When you need a friend, we all need somebody to lean on me.
Hell yeah!
Privately recording this.
Oh snap!
Yeah. Don't know the holy shit! Oh shit! We can't talk about our private, super secret business anymore. Fuck.
No, we will later. We will later.
We'll
My
talk
son.
about that.
There is money involved.
Yeah,
dude, I would actually smash this girl, but she's crazy.
Yeah,
the McCrib girl.
Crazy.
She's not even crazy. She's trolling.
What do you mean? No, she's fucking insane.
I don't know if she's genuine or a troll.
I know she's trolling. A girl doesn't study all these McDonald's facts and then mispronounce McCrib. She's hitting them with an autistic precision, and then she's mispronouncing McCrib on purpose. If you know anything about trolls, there's always one tell in the troll, because that makes it even funnier. And this her mispronunciation of McCrib puts it over the top.
She does have a sense of the little autismo, like Tide Pod.
What camera are you using now, Finn? Is this a new camera?
No.
Yeah, it looks different.
It looks
Your
really
lighting's
good from this angle. Yeah, the lighting or something.
Yeah, you look
I think it's the lighting. I made the mistake of opening the software and like fucking with the settings, thinking I knew shit, but I didn't know anything. So I just recently changed it.
Is this the same background you have in all your videos too?
Yeah.
Wow, something crazy happened with your video because it looks superior right now.
I ate edibles and now I'm fucking ascended. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I took Joe to my dad's. I took Joe to my dad's house Monday night, and my dad had a bunch of weed and edibles and stuff, and he gave Joe he gave Joe like a big scoop of weed butter, and Joe took it and got messed up. He was like, "Dude, I'm hungover."
I'm gonna do a shout out to Bernice Panders.
Yeah.
She sent me some stuff in the mail.
Did
I'm not gonna qualify as in what.
Did she send you a thumb drive?
In a sense, a thumb drive for your brain.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's crazy. Wait a minute. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, man. But that's awesome.
I know what that means. I'm no square.
Brownies and shit. But they were
awesome, dude. Yeah. That's amazing. That's awesome.
And it's now legal in Michigan.
Oh man, awesome.
But the pot stores aren't gonna be like around
for like a year. That's how it was
2020.
around. Oh, really? 2020? Fuck.
Yeah, but we can own 12 plants, carry 2.5 fucking ounces on our persons, and then 12 ounces or 10 ounces at home.
Yeah.
Like, who needs 12 fucking plants, 10 ounces at home, and 2.5 on their person? Like, drug dealers would do that, but like, we don't need drug dealers anymore. I don't get the point.
We voted in recreational here in Massachusetts in 2016, and we're just now getting it this year. Like these.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Awesome. The shops are finally open, man. It's done a lot for our economy. What's that?
Have you visited like a shop?
Not yet, man.
Oh, you
not
should.
Yet.
What the hell?
I definitely will sometime soon.
Are there any near you?
Yeah, there are a few near me, man. There are a few near me. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet because, like, I've had other shit to buy. Like, I need to get like a new desk and shit like that. Shit for my show.
desk is literally from the 90s. It's meant for like a DOS computer. So
really?
It's fucking huge.
That's crazy, man. That's
But
awesome.
I use like a 52-inch fucking TV as my main monitor, so I'm kind of spoiled in that aspect.
Sweet, man. That's awesome. That's
But yeah.
awesome.
Recreational pot, man. We all live in recreational states. Now we can like circle jerk.
That's true, yeah.
You guys want a
Recreational
circle jerk?
states of mind. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got-
Hey guys, isn't it so great to have
It's a
weed?
420, dude.
Yeah, 420,
My
man.
my dad gave me like a quarter ounce of weed Monday night too. I have a ton of weed in my car. Yeah, he gave me a quarter ounce of strawberry banana. Why? What's gonna happen if it's in my car?
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Is it a state law where if you have pot in your car, it's fine?
I think you can have pot in your car.
Is it like
Yeah, in Washington State you can have pot in your car.
Pretty sure you can have pans in there too.
Does it
Yeah.
have to be locked up?
No, you just can't be smoking
Yeah,
it.
because like the whole thing about pot, right, is that
it's legal.
You kind of smell it if you're using it in the car. They can smell that shit.
True. I mean, you can kind of smell it if it's just sitting there in the car too. But I thought it was like an open container law, like with beer and shit.
Well, I mean,
no, because I got it. I'm a convict here. And I'm on the lam. Actually, I can't disclose my location.
Locked up, gon' get me out, 'cause I'm locked up. I don't know that song and I'm trying to sing it. That's terrible. So, yeah.
No. Dancing queen.
I might break Ben a little piece of my dad's weed off and give him some of my dad's weed.
Finn has
Do it.
like so
Awesome.
much background noise.
I know. I hear a bunch of fuzzies.
I know what it is. And my DOS computer. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And it's
there. Yeah, there.
You'll notice.
Hey.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Silent. Now we can just
What
have
the
sex. We can have sex. And
Oh
hear
my
each
god.
other.
Stop.
Whisper sweet nothings into my earlobe, Finnegan.
Finnegan. Oh my god.
Tomorrow at noon. You better be there.
Finnegan.
Finnegan.
Yeah, Finnegan.
Dude, people. I actually went to high school with a Finnegan. But no, that's my
Yo,
last name was like.
Let's go find the skater and put a bullet in this
Oh, you're gonna love this, Billy. This is gonna be a real one tonight.
I didn't even have it in me to talk over the N-bomb drop.
I forgot to read some of these Streamlabs. I'm going to do that really quick too. Looks like exclusive Oak, $5. I actually own Steve. P.S. Love you guys. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is my first time trying Blue Moon. Sorry to interrupt.
So some guy, $5, watching Alex Jones while eating McDonald's. So deliciously evil. Animancer's gone. He disappeared.
Ow, now.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This is the one I wanted to play first.
The fire and the flame, tried and true, born brand new, gotta make yourself into a new invention.
Is this McLovin?
Everything all rolled into
I like his tie.
Make it last like it's never gonna be done. Make it sparkle like
casual,
a ray of
but
sun. Make it new like you
follow the rules.
done. So pick up your feet and walk to this and walk to a land so pick up your feet and walk to this beat and walk to a land so pick up your feet and walk to this beat and walk to a land so pick up your feet.
Why does
and
this
walk to
happen so much?
I'll tell you why, right? Because they
It's all in
say
schools too. Why is that?
they say that sociopaths, like teachers, have the highest concentration of sociopaths
Really?
for jobs.
Really?
Yeah, and so this teacher doesn't care about anything other than them fucking selves. They come in here teaching kids. They think they might change the world because they feel like they're the part. They can reach out and fucking help the youth, but they realize it's a broken system and they're stuck here in front of fucking kids.
No, you know what? You didn't spell your name wrong. I'm sorry. I just read it. Sorry. I'm just telling. It's very small on my screen, and exclusive Sodak. What does that
What I think
mean?
it is with these teachers, though? They're trying to like relate to the kids, and they're so outdated.
Clearly.
In how to relate to the kids that they still think this is relevant, and they're like, "Yeah, I go on Twitter to tweet to my coworkers."
I mean,
I don't think he's even trying to relate to kids. I think he thinks he has a fucking talent. He thought it was cute
He
to
has a
write
captive
fucking
audience.
rap. Yeah, they can't do anything. They can't leave. He's like, I know what I'll do. I'll write a fun little rap, and then I'll do it in front of the kids. And every time a teacher tries to do something to excite the class, it fails. The only time a teacher's ever succeeded in exciting a class is when he was like, I'm going to bring pot brownies into school today. And the kids are like, these are fucking pot? Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and they get
that
high.
never ends well.
Well,
The teacher staff
gets kicked out.
Finn, check this shit out. This is crazy. Like, see, this is the part of the shock collar, and when I turn it on electric mode,
my fucking god.
This tests it. It lights up a light bulb when you watch. See?
Oh my god. How many volts and watts is that?
I don't
Is that
know.
enough to kill?
I don't know. It's not gonna. It's for
It's
dogs.
made for a doggy, right? It's made for a pupper.
Yeah, it's a training collar, but so.
Still, but like, how big of a dog?
Well, it fits around my neck. So
a pretty big fucking like Rottweiler or some shit.
I'd say, yeah.
Great Dane. So you have enough.
It can adjust to be really small too.
Oh, you'd be a dickhead for putting that on a tiny dog.
I wouldn't put it on any dog.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it on a dog. That's not why we got it. Right?
Don't put it on you, Billy. He
Listen,
just won't put it on his dogs.
listen. You hear that?
It sounded like a little vibe, either a little shart or a vibe.
A little vibe.
Yeah.
What if we also get a little remote controlled vibrator and we stick them up our bungs?
No.
What if you guys also take laxatives so every time you get shocked you shit a little bit? And then whoever piles up the most shit at the end wins.
Someone said shock yourself on the neck. I did that. I shocked myself on the throat. You won't even test it out.
I don't want to.
But you're gonna have to do it soon.
If we get halfway to the goal, I'll fucking do a test.
Okay.
Oh, man.
On what strength?
That's not that hard.
On what strength? I don't know, like 50.
50. So 50% strength.
Yeah,
basically.
I'll do 50. I'll do 50.
Oh shit, guys! Don't you want to see Billy get
That is
tortured
gonna be
even
great.
more than the cringe raps are gonna torture him? Come on.
Fuck, dude. All right, halfway. So how much? I mean, we're already 38%, so it wouldn't take much to get us halfway.
Yeah, I'm not being unreasonable here. I just don't want to fucking do it.
Okay.
bucks, right?
So if we get to 100%, will you do 100%?
No, fuck no.
What?
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 Why would I?
Because it's 100%.
True.
You gotta give 110%, Billy.
You can't turn this up to 110%.
Yes, you can.
Walk to a land so
Well, maybe if you pee on him, then it would be 110% while he's getting electrocuted.
Look at this square, dude.
Is this guy an English teacher? Does this song have something to do with the English lesson?
Teacher or a math teacher.
Or is he just performing his own song here? Is this the first time we saw a cringe rap teacher perform an original piece that wasn't school based, curriculum based?
Yeah.
Does he have the balls?
Dude.
I'm like,
maybe he's just like, oh, I made the sick new rap. I should show my students.
That's what I'm thinking he might be doing.
Mr. Anderson.
I want to hear a little
Mr.
more
Anderson,
of it.
That rap that you made was great.
I want to hear a little more of it and see if this is somehow curriculum based because it hasn't triggered yet. I haven't fingered down where it's from.
Dude, I had a teacher like this in high school that we basically called the
We all did.
The
We all
sweaty
did.
guy, yeah. We called him the sweaty guy, and he was
Mine
just
was
like
gay
this, dude.
of this guy kind of guy, but
Yeah. What? Holy shit.
I know.
Right now, that person.
Hiya, Nasiana here. Hey, have you ever enjoyed something so much that you wanted to make a song about it?
Come on, people.
Oh,
Come on,
shit.
people now. Smile on your brother.
my God.
All
We got
right, so-
$75 away. Don't do it, guys. Save
Oh
Billy.
my God.
Make sure Billy's a sweet boy, not a shocking boy.
A shocking boy. A shocking boy.
I don't want to be a shocking boy.
I'll put him,
I want
see.
sweet tarts, not shock tarts.
I'm a sweet
Oh my
boy.
I love shock
Shock
tarts. Those are
tarts.
the best. Fucking love those things.
Well,
What do you
here's an
think of this rap
example.
so far?
I'm grinding for that first suit. Grinding for that fursuit.
Grinding for that fursuit.
Grinding for that fursuit. Grinding for that.
This is so terrible. This is unbelievably.
He's grinding for that fursuit.
Fursuit.
He's earning enough money to afford a fursuit.
It's
So you can
to
grind
the
for it.
point.
I
of,
bet
like,
you-
cringe where I want to like advocate eugenics.
I bet you he put out this song. I'm actually gonna steal this idea. I'm gonna do a grinding for my fursuit remix and see if I can get enough people to send me enough money to get my sweet fucking Kung Fu Panda fursuit.
Dude,
Oh my god.
Should I get my fursuit now or should I wait till I lose another 150 pounds?
Yeah, wait until
don't you want to be a big panda though?
Yeah, I do want to be a big panda. I'm just worried if I get this suit, then I lose more weight. What's gonna happen?
You'll just be like a little saggy panda.
Grinding for
Sag
my
is okay.
fursuit. I think I would be cute. I want to be a panda. Give me all your cash, bro. I'm just made fucking $1 million right there. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Grinding for my fursuit.
That's like Beethoven.
So you like
Dude,
this
the
one?
most
No, I
off-putting
don't like
part of
this
the
one.
start of that rap.
Motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Oh,
You gotta do it, Billy.
oh,
Billy.
dude.
All right, hand me the collar and the fucking remote.
All right.
It's on 50.
Yep.
Fuck.
Dude,
so
Billy, what do you have to say for your?
You might
so
want to like
happy.
put it on, like put the back part of it on facing away from your hair. Yeah, yeah. Oh, damn.
Oh no.
Damn,
Is he
Billy.
gonna shit himself? Does he have to shit? Ask
Hey,
him if
Billy,
he has to
no
poop.
putting your hair in between the collar. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Oh my god. That's
Is
honestly
it good
the
or does it
worst
need to be
place put it.
loosened a little bit? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's on nice and
Oh.
tight, right on the throat. Right on the throat. Now the Y button.
Oh,
The button that's like a Y.
no.
Did it get you?
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
scared.
Oh my god. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Okay, I'm doing it.
Hold on. Wait till this goes away. Wait till this goes away.
Wait. We need to make a GIF of this. So,
All right.
Someone gif.
All right.
Do it.
Here we
Do
go.
it.
Here we go. 3,
3,
2, 1.
1.
It looks like you just ate a bad like turnip.
Yeah,
Like a rotten
it's
turnip.
Like you just sharded, dude.
So was it
And that.
Someone make a GIF of that. Someone make a GIF of that. Yeah.
And put like farting noises over
Yeah,
it.
put farting noises. It'll be the most juvenile thing ever, but I'll give you all the retweets you could ever ask for.
Hell yeah, dude. That's how you get them. All for
Yeah,
views.
man. Dude, I can't wait to see that many times on the upcoming private show. Sign up now in the description below.
You should make that a GIF for when
Yeah.
Streamlabs done it.
Yeah, dude. Look at him. He's like, what have I signed up for?
I'll be bringing the
What did I
pain.
do?
I'm gonna have to do this for an entire...
Billy, just think everything is temporary.
Dude, I thought Billy's camera was frozen for a second there, but then I realized that he
No,
was
he's
just
just
really...
sad.
Yeah, he's just regretting his life decisions, man. He's just learning
He
a
still
thing.
has it on. Why do you still have it on, dude?
Yeah, why do you still have it on, Billy?
Because
What
he's
are
a
you,
sweet boy.
masochist?
I'll tell you why I still have it on.
Because you want to come?
No.
The only way you can come is being electrocuted?
Because every time we break one of the $100 tiers, I'm going to turn it up to that percentage. We hit 500, I'll turn it up to whatever it was, 60% or 63%, or whatever the fuck it is.
500%.
Oh my god. Dude, the torturing of the refrigerator. Fuck.
Did you just say refrigerator?
Yeah, the
Torturing of the
refrigerator.
refrigerator.
Refrigerator?
Torturing of the refrigerator.
My butthole's like clenched.
your butthole's all puckered.
Yeah, I don't.
Sphincter's like kind of spazzing.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Does it feel good though?
No.
Really?
No, it doesn't feel good. I'm not a masochist.
Put your finger in the butt and
Oh
like
man.
you'll feel like it.
Put it
like,
on your
pulsates.
balls.
How does it feel to be
Look
a
at that
bad
guy on the
boy?
right. He doesn't even have a mask on. He looks like
Well, it's because he's
I don't
rapping,
know
right?
what he is.
He has a half.
You can't really
He'll-
rap through a
Yeah, he's a
fursuit.
half
Yeah, he'll
suit.
sound like
He's a
Cool
half
Cat.
blood.
Oh my god, yeah, it is Cool Cat. Fuck. They're taking me over.
Cool Cat, the king of the furries.
I should just embrace like his furriness, and then like go to cons and stuff.
They'd love him. They would love him.
They do love him.
Hell yeah, he would make so much money, more money than he does on his shitty movies.
It's true.
Why
He'd
do you
actually
think-
have an audience of people that appreciate
Yeah.
it?
Would you guys make Brutus the
myself.
Buckeye a furry?
Brutus the Buckeye.
You know what though? He's a nut. So that what is that?
He's a nut?
Yeah, Brutus because the Buckeye is a nut, a poisonous nut that comes from a tree.
Huh.
So Brutus the Buckeye, he can't be a furry.
Oh, a Buckeye has to be a different kind of animal.
No, he's not. No, it's not an animal. It's a
Really?
nut.
It's not like a slang for any kind of
No,
animal?
a Buckeye is a type of nut. It falls from the Buckeye tree. And this is
that like-
this is Brutus Buckeye. His head is a fucking nut.
Hi, I'm Brutus
What are those
Buckeye.
people that are like sexually attracted to fucking plants?
Oh my God! Here's the evolution of Brutus. I had no idea that originally he had no body.
Wait, what's that first evolution?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god, dude.
Is that just a woman sitting on the OSU sign?
Okay, the one looks like a turd.
Yeah.
Like a turd with a frowny face.
That's the evolution. When did they have that?
That must have been way back in the day.
I like how he was such a ragtag mascot that his final evolution still looks stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, way better than a fucking husky, I'll tell you what.
How's that better than a husky?
Just wait. You'll fucking see how it's better, bitch.
Yeah, dude.
You'll fucking see.
Oh yeah, we have these Siberian sled dogs, but they're not as cool as a poison nut.
Hey, it falls from a spiky pod,
They're
too.
not as cool as a spunky nut.
A spiky pod.
Yeah, Buckeyes
It sounds
fall.
like a fucking alien.
Yeah, Buckeyes fall from a spiky pod. Huskies have fangs, motherfucker.
Husky's about to lose.
White fang, motherfucker.
Husky's about to lose.
Please.
But a fucking lion can destroy all of those.
Oh,
Even
the
though
Lions
they
are
suck
garbage.
as a
I
team,
believe they're
from what I
last
hear.
in their division.
Yeah, a lion.
That means they're the best.
No, that doesn't. That means they're the worst.
A lion can't destroy a Buckeye, though. The Buckeye will poison the lion. The lion
Yeah.
will die.
It's like rock, paper, scissors almost.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, the lion died. It choked on the Buckeye.
Yeah, if your main goal is to make people choke, then I guess the Buckeye is the win.
Yeah, that's why Michigan choked playing against the Buckeyes.
If your main goal is to get across the finish line, then I'd take the sled dog.
Fuck that.
Look, at least we have legal weed, man.
Oh, shit. Oh,
and the
shit.
Mackinac Bridge and the UP.
What? You built a bridge because there's a lot of water. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Okay, and the UP. Let me just say and the UP.
The Ohio can't legalize weed.
The
because
bridge is what connects you to the
Yeah,
UP.
exactly. Yeah. But it's beautiful. It's a modern marvel.
No, it's not.
the modern marvel.
You just are so biased. You're a fascist. Ben is a fascist.
Brutus the Buckeye will. They kick the fuck out of the Wolverines. They're gonna kick the fuck out of the
Care about the
Huskies.
sports.
Oh yeah, you only don't care about them because they suck ass.
No, because we're better at everything else.
What? Let's watch more of this furry rap, you sickos.
Grinding for that fursuit. Grinding for that fursuit. Grinding for that fursuit.
Why do you act like this is making you cringe? You love this shit.
Yeah, you
No, I don't. I hate the fursuit shit. It's weird. It's weird.
See, I would love to have a fursuit. I would love to have a fursuit. Yeah, no, he's not a secret furry. He loves the furs. He let him fur. I would go to furry cons. I would go to furry cons in my fursuit and yiff all day. I would yiff all the hot fur
I can
chicks.
totally see you doing
I would.
that.
I wouldn't even
What would you
care.
be?
I would be a panda. I think I'd be the kung fu
Be a
panda.
cuttlefish, dude.
Oh, cuttlefish? Are you serious?
Cuttlefish.
Or the blobfish.
Why-
The cute little blobfish.
Why be a
dude.
cuttlefish when I could be a cuddle bunny?
Yeah.
A blobfish, you want to just hold it and like.
No,
talk
you
to
don't.
it. Like if you're
Finn,
like-
you
like
have the
secrets.
weirdest fur fetish.
Yeah, seriously.
Finn's like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. It's my fetish.
Buy it now
would
and
feel
just flaunt
good
it.
around my
Get a new
penis
hat,
and
I
all
just
that.
flaunt
Oh,
it.
man.
If it's for sale, I want it. Get a new full suit each morning. With a suit they don't find me boring.
This is dumb.
It's bad.
This is dumb. This
It's
is no
bad.
design.
It's so bad that it makes me fantasize about furry life because I want to get away from the rap. I'm like, you know, it'd be better.
You don't even have to fantasize. Get Second Life.
Oh no.
I don't want Second Life. I want to show up to a fur con in my pimped out
Lark
panda
is a
suit,
fucking-
and all the fur girls are like, "Panda
Hot dog.
Daddy, come and eat my bamboo shoot."
Dude, you don't want to LARP as a hot dog and meet your bun, your player out there playing as a bun.
Ben the
You
Otter.
finally meet up and you'll be like, oh my god.
Ben the Otter, Billy the Panda, and Finn the Cuttlefish.
I'd be a cuttlefish. That's fine.
Oh no!
What's this? This is either really good or really bad.
Didn't we already see this?
Let's go back to the dark age where light shone forth, dark in an arcade, embarking the shape of the video game
there's like
industry.
hundreds
And there's
of
one
these,
mascot that thank
Wow, this is so bad.
Get some A. Let's watch you clock out and mock speed running away.
I
from
love
my
how his
hedgehog suffering. No.
his
Is this
accent.
purposely bad?
His original language isn't English, right? His English is obviously his second language, but when he does the accent of Mario, it's the most pleasant sounding audible in this entire track because everybody does Mario, no matter what part of the world you're from.
Maybe it would be good if like someone that could speak English well, like was saying this and could rap well.
Let me take
I don't know. I haven't
the
really
ring.
been looking at the lyrics.
Oh,
shit! Oh shit!
All right,
Billy,
I'm turning it up to
60.
Billium.
I'm turning it up to 62.
Do it.
You don't get a free 0.5.
Thank you, whoever that was.
Yes,
I
thank
didn't
you
catch
very
it.
much. Gerg or whatever.
All right,
Thank you
it's
very
on
much.
62.
Gerg.
It's on
Are
62.
you an alien, man?
Yeah,
You
are you
have
an
to talk
alien?
about-
Planet
You have to
Z?
talk about this after stream.
Yeah.
DM me, dude.
Yeah, let's get in contact. All three of us will,
We can coach it out.
Yeah, dude.
We can talk about it.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Do you want me to put you on full screen?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh hell yes. Yeah, of course.
Full screen.
3, 2, 1.
1.
Gift that shit. Gift that shit. Gift that shit.
Yeah, gift that.
That
shit.
is the new. That is the new Streamlabs one. Fuck the last one. Fuck the last one. This is the new Streamlabs gift.
How many rounds of this do you want to play? Like, how many potential zaps are you willing to take?
What are we at right now?
That's your set. Oh no, I meant during the private
500?
show.
Oh, private show?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not starting at 50 on the private show.
No. I say we have 10 rounds and start at 10.
10 to 100?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it goes like 100 is the highest, not 10 is the highest.
100 is the highest. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
It goes
so
from
it goes all the way to
it goes
up
from
to
0 to 100, and 0 is literally nothing. Like, it
Not
doesn't
like-
even do anything
Not
with
like
0.
0 through 10 or something.
Yeah.
Damn. That thing's meant for a fucking Great Dane, dude, or like a.
It lights a
Saint
light
Bernard.
bulb, and it's crazy when you have it on 100 and you put the light bulb tester thing on it. The light bulb gets super bright, and if you hold the button, it just keeps going.
Oh my god. Imagine having one of those on you as a dog. Just like, what's happening?
That's why I would never do it to a dog.
I know, that's terrible. That's kind of like some like human slave shit. I can see like a bunch of aliens like it's
Yeah, dude.
with shock collars. Like
Yeah,
bad
to keep
humans.
us obedient.
You will suck my
Keep us
cock
obedient.
now.
That's gonna happen to us one day, Finn, and then we're gonna have
It's
to.
happening, dude.
We're gonna have to
Look
rebel.
around you.
Dude, you and me, we're gonna have to fucking rebel, dude. We're gonna have to do it.
It'll be like the new war, the newest war of the world.
Yeah, man.
I'll be Andy Dufresne, and
Yeah.
you'll be Tom Cruise.
All right, cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
There's 3 more shocks, isn't there, if we get to the goal tonight?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Dude, you keep making these promises.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right?
You promised, dude.
Here's the thing, right? I can renege anytime I want.
What did you just say?
I can renege on my promise.
I cannot believe you said that.
What?
What does that mean? In what context does that mean, Bill?
I can renege on my promise.
Who is one?
If they haven't paid the goal by now, then I can always renege. It's fine.
Billy, as someone who is biracial, what you just said is racist.
It's not racist at all for me to back out of something.
Yes, it is, because I said it was. Because I say it is. It's racist.
It's not true.
What is the definition of one who reneges? What is the
someone who backs out? Someone who backs out of a deal.
And they would also be known as
a backer outer. Take her backer. Yeah, take her backer. I'm not. The Indian giver's racist, dude. I'm not going to say that.
Indian givers. That is racist. That is.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's right. Billy, you should say a Native American giver, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
You guys are being inappropriate.
Be culturally
appropriate.
Aware, dude. They died for us.
Yeah, and our shins.
Inappropriate.
And our turkeys, dude.
And our turkeys and our pumpkin pies, right, Finn?
God, I miss pumpkin pie. Quest makes pumpkin pie bars, and I was looking all around for the pumpkin pie bars. They don't have them here anywhere I can find them.
Can you order them?
Yeah, off Amazon for like $25, but I was like, I don't want to buy a whole box. I want to just try one. The pumpkin pie Quest bars. Because I eat a lot of Quest bars now that I'm on my diet.
What's a Quest bar? Is that like a Cliff Bar or something?
It's kind of like a Cliff Bar. They're like 4 carbs for a protein bar, 200 calories.
Oh, okay. I never really
Or
had
net carbs.
For them net carbs.
Net carbs. I always hear you saying that, Billy.
Net
I'm starting to
carbs.
get fat.
You're starting to get fat?
20. Yeah, I gained 20 pounds in the last 3 months, dude. I'm 180 now, and I used to weigh 160.
Huh. How tall are you?
That's good.
Huh?
How tall are you?
5'10".
Oh, you thick boy. You should be about 180 at 5'10", right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you should be about 180.
Yeah, maybe I'm just finally getting.
Yeah, you
get
finally eating right.
You're getting your sea legs.
Yeah, probably eating right too.
Your sea legs.
My sea legs.
So I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna get to 100%
good
tonight.
Good.
Well, at least
there's still tomorrow's show.
Yeah, it's at 6.
Oh, I'm not gonna fucking wear this thing again tomorrow. You guys just got your sneak peek, man. If you want to watch this shock fest go down, it's on the private show Friday night.
On the private show, yeah, that's true.
Oh.
But dude, yeah, Asterios is coming back tomorrow.
Nice.
It's gonna be interesting. He's always a really fun guy.
We should talk to him about Monkey Jones.
I like his voice and his.
Yeah, dude, you need to talk to him about Monkey Jones being fucking. I would have said talk about it on this show if he wasn't coming on tomorrow. But yeah that'll be a good opportunity. Crazy. Oh, maybe hopefully Monkey can come back on the show sometime. I don't know.
Is that possible? Like, if he's banned from YouTube, is he banned? Or I know Keem was able to run Drama Alert when he was banned.
Well, he just can't. He just can't make another YouTube channel, right? I don't know if that necessarily means that he can't go on anyone's
And I think he has a gaming channel that he's still uploading to. I saw him upload to his gaming channel.
Then I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be an issue. It'd be interesting to get his fucking story and see what what the fuck
that is crazy. I didn't know that.
105 pounds. That's a small person.
Dude, we're starting to hear about someone being deplatformed every week now on a certain platform.
Yeah, that's fucked up. First it was Alex Jones, which was like the groundbreaker, and then we're feeling like little
and that's
earthquakes.
That set such a horrible precedent, dude.
Yeah.
Really.
It happened to Milo too. Milo got deplatformed.
Yeah, Milo was kind of the first one, actually.
When they came for Milo, I said nothing. When they came for Alex Jones, I said nothing. When they came for Sargon of Akkad, I said nothing. When they came for me, I had nothing left to say.
Oh.
Ben, you're responsible for deplatforming Milo. How do you feel?
No,
How do you sleep?
Oh my God, Ben, you're responsible for deplatforming everybody.
Yeah, dude.
This
How do
all
you
traces
sleep
back
at
to
night?
you, Ben.
How do you
It's me.
masturbate knowing
It's all
this?
you.
On a pile of money.
How do you masturbate?
You masturbate on a pile of money?
I'm gonna go home, roll over on my wife, drink a 6-pack of Coors, because Bud Light don't pay me.
Give me a cigarette.
Okay, Brett Keane.
Yeah. Hey, you may want to make a punch in the throat. Punch in the
I
throat.
wonder if that Chinese store ever started carrying mac and cheese.
I don't need to use the OBS.
The
I don't know
buffet?
what you're talking about. I'm a mac and cheese.
Well, Pimp Monk as Brett Keane.
I think
I wonder what she smokes. I wonder what Dorn smokes, like cigarettes. Like
Virginia
Pall Malls.
Slims.
See her smoking
Vagina.
Pall Malls.
Probably the cheapest fucking ones that there are.
Newport
Pall Malls are
menthol.
pretty
Is
damn
there a
Probably
generic
smokes
brand of
fucking
Virginia Slim?
Or Basics. No, dude, she smokes Basics.
The West Virginia Slime?
The West Virginia slime.
I've actually bought a pack of those, and they're terrible. I felt like I was going to go to a gay club and get rammed in Ram Ranch or something.
When I was a kid, all like the younger kids would steal cigarettes and stuff and give them to the older kids to be cool. And they'd always have like Virginia Slims, and nobody would ever want the Virginia Slims. I took a pack from a little kid one time, and I didn't
Was it
smoke
a purse
it.
pack? Is it like those little purse packs?
Yeah, the little skinny mom, little skinny mom.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke it, but I passed it out to some girls to try and impress them, and they smoked them. And
Did you get your DP sucked?
no,
Oh, dude.
yeah, I thought
sorry.
Virginia Slims were the best cigarette for hitting on girls with, because it makes your donger look thicker when they have a thinner cigarette in their hand.
Well, also,
Oh my
it
God.
is the cigarette of like the barfly old lady. So like maybe
I have really big hands, right?
yeah.
They're good sized
Yeah.
hands.
Look at mine. Mine are skinny as shit.
I don't think it's fair that I have such big hands and my penis isn't like that much bigger. I have
It's like a bigger Ryby.
Yeah, I should have a thicker Ryby down there.
Thicker Ryby, yeah, thicker Ryby.
Actually, it's pretty thick, but it's just not. I want like I watch porn and I get jealous that I don't have one of those Thor hammers. You know,
Yeah,
I want a Mjolnir
Did you
swinging.
ever watch Monster Cocks?
No,
Oh
Dude,
my
they're
God.
like literally like 14, 15, 16 inch like fake penises that like
Fake penises.
fucking
yeah, it's a
stupid.
penor. What you call a penis?
Billy thought at one time you could smoke bananas.
Fire.
Oh my God.
Family.
I remember when I was young, I told some kids they could get high if they rolled up duct tape and smoked it, and they
Yeah,
tried it and they just got
you-
headaches.
The Holocaust there?
Whoa.
What if my family's Jewish?
That's
and he
quite an
hopes they burn in a
accusation.
fire.
That's quite an accusation.
Yeah, can we finish the rap
I
battle,
have
Benjamin?
evidence. I have
It's
evidence.
how a flaming pro spits, bringing hell far greater than
Oh, no, not
106. It's a great gaming race, and you get in lap. How you claim to be a fast when you're crap on the track? I'm a bird.
This is fucking terrible. You know what? Even I can't do cringe rap. And I mean we're at 2.5 hours, almost 2 hours
Yeah,
and 40 minutes.
Damn,
It's a show. It's been a show.
we went overtime.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, we had a guest that liked to talk, and it was cool. Like it was a good
Yeah, it was
conversation,
fun. Yeah.
and then we don't really need to really lean on the videos as much.
Yeah, I enjoyed
having a good
Steve
rotation
a
of
lot
guests
this time
lately.
around.
I like it.
I think it was a lot of fun talking to him, and I'm glad that
Right.
he came back. And we're gonna have a show with Modern Medusa, Mike Mozart, and Steve Hofstetter. In at the border, they're gonna be at the border,
What?
and they're gonna trade places with illegal immigrants. that was a good little bit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so everybody, if you're a patron or you're a member of this site, we're going to the post show. Come catch us out over there. Thank you for watching.
Patrons, $10 plus, $10 plus patrons, $10 plus subscribers on Subscriber Star now. You also get it, and then members of the channel. You
Yeah.
all get all this shit.
And don't forget, Animancer does the Underhaven podcast on Saturdays, and Finn does war reenactments dressed up as Steven Crowder.
Well, he does streams now.
Actually,
too, so check
that
those out.
group is disbanded because
Oh, shit.
one of the co-founders decided to bring politics, like leftist politics, into it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I know, dude. I saw it coming. I saw it coming, and I didn't do shit, and I should have done something.
See?
But
they
I still like real steel reenact, like with like actual guns, but firing blanks.
Awesome.
But that's just on the side.
Okay.
I'm trying to stream a bit more on my channel.
Yeah, I saw
but-
that.
Okay.
You stream now, so. That's
And
awesome.
if you're in the Arizona area,
yes.
Steve Hofstetter says he's going to be in Arizona tomorrow night. So if you're in Arizona, go check out him and Andrew Rivers. They'll be touching tips or
Where
something.
in Arizona?
I don't remember.
Do you remember?
He said Flagstaff or something. I might have made that up.
Flagstaff?
I might have made that
That's
up.
like up in the mountains.
Yeah, I don't think he's in Flagstaff. I don't know where the fuck he is.
I mean, it is a town, and they might have a.
Well, you
comedy
can just
club there.
Google Steve Hofstetter and find his touring schedule, I'm sure.
Get your tickets there.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet. Gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.